Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, 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 every day.
12 years. I never expected it to turn out like this. TheBoxingVoice.com. Shout out to the community, man. I appreciate y'all.
Happening, people. Info Joe, Los Angeles, in the building.
Adrian, the problem wrong, the man from the frozen tundra.
Keem, straight out of Florida. Liz Lowe, Decatur, Georgia.
You already know what it is. It's the Queen, Martha K, Detroit, stand up.
David Maldonado, New York City. Yo, Nuss, don't cut me off, man. Don't cut me off.
King Amin of Essex, catch me for them championship rounds.
Big Superman, Plainview, Texas.
Davidian in Buffalo. God bless you all.
In Jesus' name.
Without y'all, it ain't nothing. Without the callers, it ain't nothing, man.
Bad Girl, TKO, San Diego, California.
Big Fish, Vegas, Palm Beach, Florida.
Detroit, the Incredible, straight out the ATL. James Benitez, Huntsville, Alabama. It ain't hating, it's just the truth.
Show Kid, Mount Vernon, New York, suckers.
SDS Promotions.
Coach Midday from London, UK.
Let's go! I'm ready!
Checking in from Tennessee. It's Lethal James, P-A-Y-N-E. It's lethal.
Line 6 Reed, just spreading that boots gospel.
Mo from Bama, only in America.
But I'm a true attestation to the American dream.
King 4, Crown Heights, Brooklyn. You heard? 4 chicken wings and french fries, breakfast and champions. Let's get to it.
JT, New Orleans, Louisiana.
Stuff like that.
Yo, TVV, this Coach J-Mac. New Orleans, Louisiana, 504, baby.
What have you?
T. Y. E.
California.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for some.
This is the #1 pound for pound and 2 division champion, Marvin the Tank Furman from Dallas, Texas.
Mr. PPC, baby.
LV Southern, from DC to Stunt City, Bomb Squad.
Brandon Maurice, a.k.a. the AJ Trucking, straight out of Cincinnati, baby.
Madbad 100, U.S. Virgin Islands.
Chick Chickarelli, Hollywood, California.
Louis Reyes, Boston, Mass. Yo, drop that SDS shit,
This
son.
message was brought to you by SDS Promotions.
The voice of the people. There is no equal. You can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation. TheBoxingVoice.com.
As I always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. This is TBV for life. If you ain't on Patreon, that's because you're stupid.
Good morning, TBV. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. We are the Breakfast Club of Boxing, so we're here every single morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern, bringing you some boxing talk to help you get through your work day and week. Today, we're going to be discussing the return of Ryan Garcia. A lot of rumors pointing to November, possible date, and possible opponents. The list goes on and on. Who would it be? Adrian Broner, Pedro Campa, Oscar Duarte, O'Hara Davies. Who will it be as the November opponent? Now, there is a lot of speculation, a lot of rumors that there will be a big February Super Bowl, super fight type event happening if Ryan can get past his November date. The rumor is Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez versus Ryan Garcia for February after, I think, the Super Bowl or before the Super Bowl. I don't know. Danny would have to let you know. But February 10th is the rumored date. And, I mean, that's the poll. You know, I might do it now. I might do it later. But win or lose, if Ryan fights Teofimo next, we have to put some respect on his name. I don't care. I mean, right now he should be trying to get some wins versus going up against one of the toughest young fighters out there. Tio's a bit flaky, a bit up and down, but at the end of the day, he holds 2 wins over 2 lineal champs, 1 former undisputed champ. That's huge. Those wins are huge for Tio, which makes him a significant threat for Ryan Garcia. The fact that he's even talking about fighting Tio is insane to me. But the young man did say he wants to retire early. If he go ahead and lines it up with everybody in his generation, win or lose, he did what he said he wanted to do, which is fight the best. So win or lose, if Ryan Garcia fights Teofimo Lopez in February, let's just be clear, right? It may be time to put some respect on his name. Let's see. So, win or lose, if Ryan Garcia fights Teofimo in February, we should respect him. Right? Little exclamation point. So then we'll put, yes, he deserves boxing's credit. Right? Or approval. Should we put approval? All right. Approval. Then, no. He's just cashing out. Now, I don't really consider it a cash out. 2 losses for Ryan isn't a career ender. So I don't know if it's a cash out, but I'm pretty sure people are going to call it that. What other options, right? Because we're running out of them. Honestly, it is a crazy decision. I don't know who's going to make him a favorite. I don't know who's going to pick him, you know? Especially only with 1 win. Like, there's nothing in between the Tank fight. How can we assume Ryan can beat Tio? So, I don't know. I got, yes, he deserves boxing's approval. And no, he's just cashing out. Should I put bad fight for Ryan? And last option, what can we put as a final option? Danny saying you don't always need that 4th option. Bad fight for Ryan. Should we put easy fight for Tio? Easy fight for Tio. Fimo. We'll go with that for now. Danny comes up with anything more creative, we can always change it. If you're watching us here on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button as it helps with the visibility of the show. Is going to put this episode in the eyes of other boxing fans that don't know. We rocking out every day, talking boxing, bringing you some boxing content to get through your work day. So what's your thoughts on this whole situation? First, I guess, who do you think the November opponent will be?
I think the November opponent can be a number of different individuals.
We do have a number. I mean, Oscar mentioned Adrian Broner and said that he was still a possibility. You know, weeks have gone by. Pedro Campa was mentioned. Oscar Duarte was mentioned. And even O'Hara Davies for the WBA. Any other names you've heard outside of those?
I mean, you said Rolly, right?
I did not say Rolly. I figured he wasn't an option anymore due to his alleged injury that he hasn't been able to provide proof to the WBA for yet. So it sounds like they're moving on, and O'Hara will be fighting someone for that belt. Lee Eaton, the manager of O'Hara, has been pretty vocal. So has O'Hara. They seem to have something. Oscar, on the other hand, he seems to be in an unfortunate situation. He seems to be the guy that wants to mend the relationship with Ryan. It feels like he's talking directly to Ryan through Marcos Villegas' interview. Shout out to Marcos, did a great job, doubled down on a few questions, making sure to get answers from Oscar. Oscar was trying to wiggle out as to whether or not he has physically spoken to Ryan, which he hasn't. DMs and messages only. And I'm pretty sure it's probably only messages, not text messages, right? He says he is getting with Ryan this week. So my thing is this just a promoter throwing out all these possibilities? Because if you haven't even spoken to Ryan, like what is real out of all this? He certainly seemed excited about the possibility of Tio. Marcos did another good job there putting it together, saying, look, there's heavy rumors of a Tio Ryan fight. I seen Tio at the Cepeda fight next to you. You know, Oscar bust out with a huge smile. Not necessarily indication that Marcos hit it on the head, but surely insinuating to the viewing public that Marcos could have been right, and then double downing how it would be a big super fight. And he talked about Super Bowls in football. What's happening February 10th that's other sport-wise that would give these fighters attention? He said
the only thing off the top would be the Super Bowl.
Okay, because he specifically said, like, it has to be a big opponent and it has to be for a world title because it's like the Super Bowl and, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the 11th is the actual game. I don't know that that's
okay, so the day before, they're trying to do it February 10th is the rumor.
Yeah, I don't know that that's necessarily the case as far as it has to be for a world title or something like that.
Well, according to Oscar as a promoter, and I get it. I get it, though. It's like, how do you put on a big fight weekend, right? On a big weekend in general, Super Bowl weekend, and you're just going to, oh, yeah, these two guys are fighting for no world championship? It's tough. Plus, you just had this kid do that. You know, he just fought for a belt, so to speak, because Tank brought it in the ring, I guess. I don't know. I guess he couldn't have won it, so that makes no sense.
At all.
But maybe that's why it makes sense for them to push title shot to keep showing that he's relevant.
Maybe.
I don't know. They're saying Super Bowl's in Vegas too, Danny, so that's another reason to do it here. Top Rank has a hold on that date, by the way. So it would have to be a co-promotion, or they would be giving the services to Ryan Garcia to solely the Top Rank, which I highly doubt.
No. I mean, more than one event can take place on the same night.
I mean, if the guy I want to fight promoter has a hold on the date, I'm pretty sure we're not going to take another hold on the same date in the same month, in the same city to do the same fight. Like, if you got a date.
I'm not saying for the same fight. I'm just saying if that don't work, why would you not still try to put on a fight that day?
With Tio?
No, with Ryan.
But that's what I'm saying. You can't. You could go get a hold and do what Canelo and Martinez did and have the same thing, have a fight on the same day competing against each other. But again, I feel like half the work is done. These guys got a hold. All we got to do is come to an agreement. It's like you already got a hold. You already want to put on a big show for Super Bowl. Let's put on a real big show. You know what me and Ryan bring to the table. And this is Oscar obviously talking to Bob, Ryan brings in big pay-per-view numbers, so it makes sense with Tio. He hasn't even been able to get on pay-per-view yet.
And to be clear, Top Rank has a hold on the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th.
God damn. Wow. I didn't know that. I checked only the 10th, or was sent that information rather. What the hell are they gonna do on the 8th, 9th, and 10th?
No, they're not. Obviously.
So why would they hold so many days?
Because they're gonna fucking pick one, and once they figure out what they're doing, but they're giving themselves the options.
But what's the 8th? Like a Wednesday or a Thursday?
Thursday.
That's crazy. They better stop this
I mean,
Thursday
not
shit.
really.
It is, bro.
No, well, just to kind of give perspective, Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing did a show on a Thursday in Miami Super Bowl weekend a few years back.
Are you talking Canelo?
No, absolutely not, bro. Boo Boo, I believe.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Who he fought?
Don't matter.
So wasn't a success.
Pretty sure it was a success because one of the Paul brothers was on the undercard, so there was a lot of stars in the building.
Oh, this is the one with Tevin fought?
No.
I don't know, bro.
I was. I'll pull it up. I know Boo Boo was on the card, but I don't see why you can't do a Thursday. Venues are cheaper.
I mean, Thursday to me just don't make
quite
sense.
Frank, that's an event that people will be in town on a Thursday.
Thursday to me just don't make sense simply because, I mean, look at the Shakur fight, bro. I hope they do well, but you said it yourself. Before we even knew there was a fight, Danny was telling us how expensive the hotels were, how the cheapest hotels inflated their price because they were on the strip or they can see a little bit of the street. So what real boxing fans are coming to watch Shakur?
Not many.
Exactly. So now you want to hope that the people that came into town stumble into your event. They're not even a real boxing fan. So it's like, are we pricing these tickets super affordable so people be like, oh, I ain't got shit to do. Let me just go?
Well, that's the thing.
Or are we keeping them regular or are we scaling them up because it's F1 weekend? That shit sounds stupid.
Well, that's the thing.
I hope they don't fuck up that kid's...
For the people that say, the F1 tickets are very expensive, and they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how are people gonna afford a boxing ticket? Like, the most expensive ticket you could think of for Stevenson de los Santos might be the cheapest ticket. Like that might be standing room only for the F1 race. So it's like the people attending that, money isn't really a thing. You get what I'm saying?
I hear you, but I just don't know. Like,
now,
let's hope they got some sort of data that indicates, right? Because I mean, we're in 2023. There's obviously tools for advertisers. Maybe there's more Dannys out there who are boxing and F1, and we just don't know it, and it's gonna trigger something.
I'm gonna be honest
they're gonna
with you.
buy tickets.
I think it's gonna be more of not really boxing, but of people in town looking for shit to do.
But it's Thursday. First of all, I mean, this is for the rich and famous. Like, how many fights have you gone to on a Thursday?
That I've gone to on a Thursday?
And you have a flexible schedule. He's been military and then worked for himself, basically.
Yeah, I mean, probably under 10.
Wow. That is a huge number.
Probably
Really?
I mean,
honestly, I have horrible memory when it comes to shit I don't give a fuck about. So I don't even remember the last Thursday fight. Not memorable like this. Not like a name.
No, yeah, no.
Thursday night fights on whatever channel, okay. But a Thursday night main event, championship boxing, let's call it, like HBO championship, Showtime championship, ESPN championship. I don't remember it. Hopefully they do well, and it's not a they don't ruin his track record. Right now, you feel me? He's going around saying, "Look, I do this, I sell this."
Well, look,
this could hurt his resume in terms of Right now he's got upward trajectory. Like he just broke a record in North. Now you about to come here and possibly go down in numbers or go up because it could sell out because of all the 500,000 people that are expected to fly into the city. The thing is, they flying in for F1. You know, how many of those dudes are going to decide to go out Thursday night? Some of these dudes might be flying in. You feel me? So do they even make it to this fight?
So I'll say that the first events are Thursday night. So anybody that has a ticket for Thursday night because you can't buy a ticket only for the race. You buy a ticket for the weekend.
But when you say Thursday night, are you speaking like F1 event?
Yes,
or you're
F1
saying,
events.
Oh, because
So-
you honestly, like listening to you, I almost believed you were saying if you bought an F1 ticket, you automatically get a ticket to the fight.
No, that makes zero sense.
I know, but it sounded that way.
No, I don't know
Because
why.
you said, whatever, but
yeah,
sounded that way.
So if you have a ticket to attend the race, that first event is literally Thursday. That being said,
Do we have a time on that?
So
Because what time is this fight gonna happen with Shakur too? Anyway. You know what? This ain't even about Shakur.
3 to 9 p.m.
This ain't about Shakur. We going too far into it. We only brought him up because this fight you're saying, and by this fight I mean the super fight in question via Oscar with Ryan and Tio. He's saying could possibly happen February 10th before the Super Bowl, and then you found out that there's also a Thursday night hold. So
And a
that's the
Friday
only.
night hold.
So that's the only reason we went to Thursday.
Yeah.
I highly doubt they would do that. Like February 10th is a Friday.
No, Saturday.
So when's the Super Bowl? The 11th?
The 11th.
Yeah, so Saturday is a Boxing Day. Like, why change it?
Again, so this is why I would think why change it and why I believe they didn't go Friday for the Shakur fight. You just cutting it too close, I feel like. So it's like the night before the big event, and every place in town got something going on. So it's like, yo, let's not compete with the night before. Let's do our event 2 nights before. Kind of get the weekend started off the right way. You get what I'm saying? So, look, bro, for over a decade, Past Blue Ribbon Beer sponsored boxing on CBS and then ABC. And that was on Wednesdays. And that gave us dozens of Muhammad Ali fights, Roberto Duran. So Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran too was part of this, and that was on Wednesday night fights. Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns was part of this, and that was on the PBR Past Blue Ribbon Wednesday night fights. The Thriller in Manila was
I mean, we talking about a different time. Just
No,
yesterday,
for sure.
just yesterday we were specifically talking about dates and locations and times and how fighters took tune-ups and we were okay with it. I wish we could go back to that world. Like right now, Brian needs a tune-up. Like give me a tune-up. Give me Pedro Campas and Oscar Duarte. Give me Pedro Campas and O'Hara Davies and win the title. Then go into Tio. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, it was a different time when they was doing those fights on Wednesdays and Thursdays. I don't know that we're here now. Like, bro, the economy is shit. People working more hours, longer. They don't have like a Thursday is pretty sacred in the sense that like I gotta go to fucking work. Who misses the day before payday? Like dudes don't do that. We don't take off before we get the check. Now I get it. A lot of people got direct deposit, but not everybody, Danny. Nobody don't take off Thursday. We coming. We showing up Thursday and Friday, motherfucker. So the boss make sure we give our check. I don't know. I get it. We in a different time. Checks is gonna come whether you miss or not, but Thursday. That's tough for a blue collar guy like myself. You know what I mean? When I was behind the truck, a Thursday, how I'm gonna tell my dispatch I ain't coming to work Thursday, Friday. I'll be back Monday? Shit. I don't know. That's tough. That's tough. Now your work week 3 days. You're gonna be short on the rent. Shit to do. Thursday's tough, man. Your weekend's longer. You want me to fly to F1 weekend or Super Bowl weekend to Las Vegas? I'm already paying $600 for a fucking flight now because it's the Super Bowl. I gotta pay how much for a room?
Bro, for one, if you do it on a Thursday, people could get out of there before the weekend rush and before the prices is like super duper crazy, right? They could be
It's gonna be pandemonium. 500,000 people coming. So even though you trying to leave on a Friday, they coming on a Friday. They coming on a Saturday. 500,000. But again, that's only the Shakur fight. I don't know how the Super Bowl gonna be. You've been living here 7 years, 8 years. How's Super Bowls been? Have there ever been one out here?
Nah.
Damn.
First one ever.
Damn. They made it, or it's just using the stadium?
No, what you mean they made
Like,
it?
don't you gotta be winning? Like, don't you gotta be the team to be the Super Bowl?
Nah, so no, in football.
Because if you saying here, I'm assuming the Raiders is in the Super Bowl.
Nah, bro. So in football, in the NFL, there's a predetermined location every year. You understand? So in the history of the Super Bowl, only one team, and it was just recent, Tampa Bay. They was the one team that's ever hosted and actually played in it. So
that's so whack.
Yeah.
So if you make it to the bowl, you don't even get to pick location like fighting. Like that's already predetermined.
Yeah. So typically they do either warm weather locations. They do bowls, domes. I should say. I'm sorry, not bowls, domes. So for example, Atlanta, they have like a retractable dome or roof or whatever. Same in what's it called? Oh, Minnesota. So Minnesota's cold as fuck, obviously, but they have a retractable roof. Very beautiful stadium that they have up there. Same people behind the Raiders stadium, and so that's how they do that. But yeah, bro, that is the one league like in the NBA, right? In Major League Baseball, it's the two teams in the World Series of the NBA Finals. They obviously hosting, they playing. But in the NFL, it's only one game. Super Bowl is only one game, and it's a predetermined location. So I could probably tell you like the next 2 or 3 years where the Super Bowl gonna be.
See, that's good, man. Boxing needs to take some of those pages and copy. Like, if you give me a determined location, I can plan. You feel me? Like, we kind of know that, but it's also not 100%. Like, we know Cinco de Mayo.
I can tell you, February 11th, 2024, Super Bowl 58 will be at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. I can tell you, February 9th, 2025, Super Bowl 59 will be at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans.
Damn.
And I can tell you, February 8th, 2026, Levi Stadium, Santa Clara, Super Bowl 60, home of the that's San Francisco, Santa Clara. But yeah,
pretty weird that you make it and y'all don't get the host. Like, if it's the two teams that made it, why we won't get the host?
I mean, it's only one game.
Of course, a coin flip. You whatever team, I'm whatever team. The flip, all right, is in my house.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's maybe a bit harder just because. So like Super Bowl tickets, like cheapest ticket about 2 racks, right? So
damn, for everyone in there. Well, you said cheapest ticket.
Yeah, pretty much. Because the way the way it works is like the whole city gets a select amount of tickets. The two teams in it get a select amount of tickets, and then everything else go on sale to the public. So it's like season ticket holders, right? The teams will dish out to their season ticket. So it's like, damn, do I want to fuck you and be like, hey, bro, come watch us for the biggest game ever, but you only got about 10 days to prepare financially and everything like that? Or, we give you the option to know ahead of time and, because it is a big financial.
Damn, but is it only 10 days? Like, how long is the last playoff?
2 weeks. So at best, you're getting 15 days. So you could.
How many people in the playoffs? Not people, teams. Because the playoffs determine the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it comes down to the two teams. And
Yeah,
then
but that's at the end, isn't it?
yeah.
Like a bracket before that?
They just expanded it. Hold on.
Because maybe that could start the preparation. Like every team that's in the playoff obviously knows they may go to the Super Bowl, so they got to do some sort of financial preparation. But this is my first guess. We have Alex Barboza. What's up, Alex? I'm used to Barboza being a Portuguese last name. Any Brazilian or Portuguese in your family?
100%
What?
Puerto Rican.
Oh shit, he got me. Yo, I thought you said 100% yes. Okay, 100% Puerto
No.
Rican.
Yeah, born and raised in the Bronx.
All right, all right. So Alex is a promoter, ladies and gentlemen. He is actually promoting the Tevin Farmer
14,
return.
by the way. Okay.
So Alex,
Wait, I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Oh, you didn't hear anything?
No, I heard. I didn't hear what your partner said. Forgive me.
Oh no. I was saying so you got Tevin returning, and when is that taking place?
The 29th of
Next Friday.
September.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yep. Next Friday night.
At the 2300 Arena, very famous and popular boxing venue in Philadelphia. But you're from Brooklyn, you said, right?
No, so I was born in the Bronx. I was there for about 8 or 9, and we moved out to Allentown, Pennsylvania. I lived there for about a decade, and then I went to Temple University in Philly, and I lived in North Philly for a good 10 years, and then I moved out to Cherry Hill, New Jersey. When I started running and operating the gym that I own now. So I live in South Jersey.
So
now, but I've been all over the place.
I mean, I'm just trying to put this together here because you said that you have the gym in Cherry Hill. Would that be the same gym Tevin used to train a few years back with Chino? That it was like labeled UFC at first?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh wow.
So it wasn't LA Boxing at first. It was a franchise, and then it became from LA Boxing to UFC gym. I was just one of the boxing trainers there. And then, over time, I held more positions, trainer and then manager and operator and the whole nine. And then a couple of years ago, I rebranded it, purchased it, and, now it's TKO. Tevin ran all his title defenses, even the fight when it was a no contest with Ogawa. Like he's always been at my club.
No, I visited that gym, so it's a nice gym.
Okay, so we've run across each other. It's a small community. You know how boxing is.
Yeah. No, for sure. I've been there because, Chino Rivas, I've been following him and all his fighters for a while. I got to see Steven Ortiz spar there quite a few times. So I definitely went throughout the name changes. But I've seen that you've sparred. Were you also a pro boxer, correct?
Yeah, I fought professionally. Before I did any ring announcing or promoting or any of that stuff, I had some fights. I picked up a pair of gloves after college at 24, and my father trained me. Old school, very old school.
What made you get in at 24 though? Like you're out of college, you should be thinking about money. What made you think about wanting to punch people?
You have to be happy, and there's only a handful of things that genuinely excite me and make me happy. And at the time, it was the prospect of competing. I also like the fact that boxing is not a team sport. It's individualized. And yeah, there's a team aspect to it, but at the end of the day, the work that you as the fighter put in, is gonna show. So if you put the work in, you win, and when you don't, you lose. And I kind of got to experience that and learn that firsthand as a pro. I wasn't God's gift by all means. Six wins, 3 losses, 1 draw. All against limited opposition, all 4 rounders. But I fought and I learned a lot. Boxing made me a man. It taught me a lot of the lessons that you need in order to persevere. Just because it's a rough world out here, man. You know what it is. So
for sure.
I'm curious, Alex, how long have you been up, bro? The whole chat's saying like, man, I just wish I could be as happy as this guy this early in the morning.
I mean, it's almost 10 over there, bro. He's in the East Coast.
I mean,
what time?
Early.
I mean, but
4:30.
I'll tell you this. He's an early person because I woke up to a message from him saying, yo, don't we got an interview? I'm like, champ, it's at 9:30 Eastern. So he was up early for sure.
Yeah, I was up at 4, so I own and operate the club, so I was up at 4:30 to get there by 5:15. We got a couple people that are already there. We open officially at 5:30, but I got to get there a little early, make sure it's organized. So no, I'm up and
That's
running.
beautiful.
So yeah, man,
You're living the
it's not
dream, bro.
that. Yes, I really am.
I
Like I am
swear.
really fortunate. I'm very lucky. I'm very blessed, and it's it is hard work though. Like it's not, I'm very happy and I'm ecstatic that because I went to school for political science and criminal justice.
Oh
Like
wow.
I mean, how I got into boxing and became a fighter, and then ring announcer, and now promoting. It's exciting, man. I'm very passionate. I'm a boxing head. So like, this is my life. Like I've been doing this for shit, I'm going on half my life right now, about like 20 years. Like, and that's competing and being involved and so on and so forth. So yeah,
Yeah.
this is it, man. I'm so passionate about it though.
Well, I'll
And that's
tell
what,
you, man.
and you guys will see it. Like you will actually see it with the shows that we've put together. As a promoter, I try to make sure that we're giving the fans the good value in competitive fights, not just a guy who's going to come in and throw a half-ass punch.
He got a phone call. Smash that thumbs up button while we wait for him to reconnect. This is promoter Alex Barboza. He will be promoting Tevin Farmer's next show. And busy, promoters get a lot of calls. You back, Alex?
Yes, I'm so sorry.
No,
I'm
no
so
worries,
sorry. I
bro.
just had to put the phone on do not disturb.
No, no worries.
But as a promoter, we want to R&B. We want to make sure that we give a lot of value to the fans because at the end of the day, I mean, 65 bucks is not that's not cheap for everybody. And so when they come, I want them to see competitive fights, but not just that, but also for the fighters, they need to be in fights that help them develop, like not just go in there and beat up a guy who's not on your level because you want to look good for the gram and shit. Like guys that are trying to make it, they need to be constantly tested and constantly, you know, challenged. Because if not, then you end up 17-0 without an actual live body on your resume. You fight a guy who's a 500 and he takes you the full six. And it's like, damn, that investment is tough.
You're trying to figure out why and what happened.
Yeah, and look, and everybody's entitled to a bad day, and sometimes things don't go. People do get caught and things happen, but for the most part, boxing there's a formula that's tried and true, and fighters need to be tested accordingly. And I'm not saying that guys need to jump right into the shark tank because not everybody is that. But it's the promoter's responsibility and the matchmakers and the people involved to hopefully they know what they're doing in boxing. And you only really know this by doing it, by being involved, being in the gyms, being around and seeing. You know what I mean? For me, it was a necessary thing. I always knew I wanted to do something involved with boxing. Fighting, I dreamt about being the world champion. And then at some point I got very real with myself and said, hey now. You know what I mean? Like just, but the show with Tev, I'm pumped. I'm excited, to have Tevin back. I know Tevin connected us. I know you had been in my club, but Tevin made the link happen, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see Tevin, on the road to his, what is it, 2 times? That's what his that's the whole chance, 2 times, So Tevin's always been a talented guy. I've always liked Tevin. Like I have pictures of way back when I was training and me and Tevin sparred, and he helped me get ready for a couple of my fights. By help, I mean he literally like would help me and coach me through it. So, so to be working with him on this front as he's trying to surge right back to the world title, I'm very honored. We're very humbled, and it's gonna be a great show. That being said, everything I said, he's also in there with a tough guy. The guy Oscar Verdugo, Barajas. He's 21-8. He's beat three Philly guys. He beat Damon Allen. He beat a guy who was 5-1 in his last go. He's not coming to lay down. He's coming to make a name for himself. This is the kind of test that Tevin will need to take in order to fight the elite at 130. is that's where he wants to campaign for his the championship again at 130. So there's guys up there, and Verdugo is a good test for him.
I want to go back to the beginning because, like I said, to me, you're living the dream because it's literally my dream, right? Like, I bought my home in Florida, and I said to myself, I need a gym. I want my own gym, and it's not as easy as I thought. I've been doing this 13 years, and I said, man, I could promote. I could do a small show. I know that I can. You doing it all, man. How difficult was it to get to where you are? And do you feel that someone that wants to do that needs to go through all the steps? Because I mean, you took all the steps. You
It,
fought, you promote, you ring announce, you match make. You're like a one-man army, bro. Like I'm gonna call you after this because you need some help. You're doing it all. So I want a little bit of advice. I want a little bit of the story because I know I'm not the only one that has the same dream, but is also can be inspired by what you've already accomplished.
I tell all of my members the exact same thing, that the way you get better at things is by getting reps. You need as many reps as you can get. In the situation, like I wanted to be a better trainer, a better coach. I wanted to make myself a better asset to my old boss. So I learned how to, I taught as many classes as were available, and I got in front of as many people as I could. And it started with that. But again, it goes back to, it was boxing. It started with, oh, okay, well, you definitely can't cut any corners here. Um, you, you have to, when my old man said go run, like he was saying go run for real, because you need the cardio in order to be able to withstand the trauma that's associated with the day in just training. Brother Nassim Richardson, when I used to train at Schuler's, we would, I was privileged enough to be around him, and he would give me a lot of just little moments, little gems of wisdom. And one of the things that he would constantly talk to me about is that, like, the trauma associated with just training is like getting into a car accident. So like you need to be in shape to box. And the lessons that I learned fighting is what allowed me to kind of put the pieces of the puzzle together. Having a system, like learning from, for instance, with the gyms, okay, learning from the franchise model, from what LA Boxing had done, and then UFC Gym. It allowed me to see, all right, this is good. Some things are great, and then there's things that you do
That
without.
franchise fee ain't great.
Well,
Because I'm
so the
telling you,
franchise.
you're living my dream, bro. I looked into, I think it's TKO Fitness. I looked into
That now that's me.
Mayweather Boxing Club, bro. Mayweather Boxing Club wanted 400 grand. I'm like, how the
Yeah.
fuck?
I mean, because they want you in uniform with their stuff, lock and step. The club needs to look a certain which way. And there's, look, if a franchise is doing it right, then there's value. There's value in the franchise fee, honestly. But if the franchise isn't giving you the proper overhead support and there's competitive disadvantages, then from a business operating standpoint, you need to look at it and say, well, is this franchise really doing it for me? Like for instance, the Mayweather company. I was privileged enough to work a little bit with them and build out a couple of clubs and whatnot because, again, it's a
Wow,
small world. So,
a
yeah,
couple of clubs.
and
Shout out to you.
yeah, no, it's a little contracting gig. Just because you've been around and so you see these things, and they, I understand the fitness model, like, and what you're trying to, you know what I mean. But like, boxing is one of those things that people need to, like, you 100% need to be knowing what you, like, you can get someone really, really hurt teaching them some old wrong shit. Like, you need to, and not just, and not just, I'm not talking about even like competing with someone. I'm just talking about just in general. Like, for instance, you're going to start and do most things with your weak arm. Well, if you just start winging your punches, like winding up and throwing bobo crazy shit, you're going to injure yourself, and you need to make sure that you have the knowledge that, like, you need to have done this, man. And that's why I love boxing so much, because without the reps and without actually doing the work, like, outsiders can't just come in. You got to pay your dues. Like you got to go through it. Now, there's ways, there's ways where people kind of skirt things, and every so often you run into the exception of the rule, the great trainer who never laced up a pair of gloves a day in his life. There's exceptions, but it's not commonplace. And again, I learned that the hard way, like just actually being in the ring with like elite fighters and just training around these guys, and now seeing them train at my club, and seeing things. I'm like, yeah, I get it. Greatness is a very rare thing, man. I'm still trying to achieve it. I'm still trying to strive every day. I'm happy you think I'm living the day. You feel like I'm living the dream. I feel like I'm living a dream in a lot of instances. I'm
Well,
very
to
fortunate.
me,
I'm very blessed.
you are. I mean, because I found it outside looking in. How did you make the gym model work for you as a business? Like outside looking in, I'm 44, man, 45. I've been to a lot of gyms, so I've paid as little as $1 a day, and as much as $150 a month. Um, but how do you make it work, right? Because imagine boxing is such a blue collar sport, inner city sport. These kids don't have $150 to give a gym every month. I've been to gyms. I see these trainers like, yo, fees, the dues are due, and no one is paying. So, yeah, how'd you make it work, champ?
Well, so me, Russell Peltz, he's in
Okay,
conversation with him before. He always asks me about the business, and he's like, "How's your
Russ,
business
I'm
doing?" So on and so
sorry,
forth.
but Russell passed away. No.
No, he's still around.
Oh
Russell,
shit! Then
Russell's still no. Peltz,
Russell
yeah,
Peltz
he's still around.
boxing? Peltz boxing?
Yeah.
So
No, he's
did he
still around.
just
He's just not.
retire? Am I
Yeah, he's not
confusing
promoting right
retirement? Oh shit, my bad.
now.
All right.
Yeah,
I
it's
know
all
I seen
good.
a headline not too long ago.
My man's
Nah,
like,
he
oh shit, he done for. Like he done with
nah,
life.
nah,
Yo, he
he's still
retired,
here.
he's dead.
Fuck
Nah,
My
no.
bad, my
he's
bad.
but he asked me, would ask me when we'd see about how the business is doing and stuff, because the gyms are very like I know my father had a boxing gym in Allentown. He was the first, he brought boxing to Allentown, Pennsylvania. And I know there's a lot of guys out there now, but like they all came from that same the Allentown boxing gym, which was David
All right,
Barboza's club.
I'm gonna piece some stuff together. If your father's as good as you say he is in Allentown, did he have anything to do with Ronald Cruz?
No, but he sparred
Oh,
with him.
oh,
Not
you
not
spot?
not spar with him, but like
Okay.
he Anibal, was it Anibal or his? I know his training team. They all came from, again. They came from my father. Like they
Shout
all
out to
came from
Ronald
that
Cruz,
small
man.
little.
Cause
Yo,
he's
Cruz is a
Puerto
good dude,
Rican.
man.
He's Puerto
Yeah, that's a
Rican and
good
he's
dude.
from Allentown, and
Yeah.
he didn't win
hmm
a world title, but he made it for Allentown, like there's not a lot of boxers out of Allentown.
Nah, it's really not. There was a couple of guys back in the day a little bit, but there's real levels to the shit, and
Word.
sometimes if you don't have the elite sparring, the elite work, just having other minds. That's where Philly is such a boxing hotbed, because there's so much. And now, hold on, coming back to what you said, I have a boxing gym, but it's not. We're a fitness club first and foremost. I believe in fitness. Like I don't necessarily think that training pro fighters is the way to be to have a successful club. I love the fact that Ray
So
Schwartz and,
so you
and
have
Tev train and all of that, but like 90% of my members will never fight a day in their life. They're there to
so
take our
you
classes.
seeking you're seeking the what gym owners call bag beaters,
hmm I
just
want
like the
people that,
moms and the and the
yeah, I
and
need
the, and the fathers, they're trying to get some weight off and you know
I need
just
people that
beating
want
up
to
the
take.
bag, but you obviously want to teach them how to hit the bag properly.
Yeah, we want to make sure that they're in proper form and technique. But 90% of the people that walk into my club are never going to fight ever. They might not even spar. And if
Mm.
they choose to spar, great. We'll give them the proper tools and, walk them through it the right way. It's not going to be like a situation that I've walked into in the past where they're just like, oh, you're going to spar? Cool. And then you go in there and you in over your head like shit, eating punches like,
you in the lion,
oh!
you in the lions den. So, um, when did you realize? All right, I boxed. I've been doing the gym thing. I'm assuming announcing came before promoting, or did the announcing come
Yeah.
because you needed your own you needed to announce for your own show?
No, I just somebody George Hansen, actually. Shout out to the mouthpiece George Hansen. He suggested one day, I was running an amateur show out of the UFC gym at the time, and he said, "Hey, you should do it for the pros." And then formerly Hard Hitting Promotions. I believe they were Cool Breeze Promotions or something before they became Hard Hitting. Um, they reached out to me. I did my first show with them, and then it's just been, I've done pretty much every local promoter. I've worked with every local promoter, and
So no beef,
it was
with my man Manny Rivera.
no,
That's great.
no,
That's great because he's
no.
doing his thing over there. I was gonna ask that because it's like,
You always want there to be beef.
brother, it's a small city, and I can name 3 promoters: Kings, Manny, and you. And what's the dude that disappeared? That he was doing? I think it was like X Fit maybe promotions or something. They were doing shows like
Damn.
XFE, my
There
man.
you
That's
go.
David
Damn.
Look,
I'm
Damn,
mad.
David Feldman.
y'all
Stop. But
eliminated
David Feldman
competition.
became, he
They eliminated
became the owner of the
competition.
BKFC. So David Feldman,
Oh,
I fought for David Feldman. He became the
okay.
owner of the BKFC. So he's still doing big things kind of in his own lane. You know what I mean? Shout out
Yeah.
Dave Feldman, BKFC. That's some wild shit right there. That's next level. That's
Oh wow. Oh wow, I
yeah.
didn't know that. And then you had Raging Babe Promotions. She did a bunch of shows. She got big and Top Rank started using her. I mean, bro.
I think when it comes to you separate yourself by presenting a quality product. The of the 6 shows that we've done, they're progressively getting better, and I'm trying to top myself every single time with just producing competitive, even fights. As even as we can get them. I know, it this day and age in boxing is a lot of A side, B side. Everybody knows all the behind the scenes, pull the curtain stuff, and everybody. Let me tell you, man, everybody wants to be the A side. Nobody wants to do the work. um, it's just it's wild, and I'm not here for that game, to be honest with you. I'm here to help fighters develop. I'm gonna put them in competitive fights, like for instance, okay, on the show. Outside of Tevin's fight, I have Oluwafemi, who's the Nigerian nightmare. He's 12-0. He just came back off of a 4.5-year layoff. Okay, in his second fight, he's fighting a 6-rounder, and he's fighting against Jimmy Williams at 154. Jimmy Williams has been in the ring with a list, a who's who of everybody, and he's standing. He's tough. So I didn't go and find the Nigerian nightmare, somebody who he could just go smash and lay down. I went and said, this is the test that you need. You want to get to the next level? Cool. This is the kind of guy that you need. Conversely, I get on the phone with Jimmy Williams, and I say, Jimmy, he's never boxed somebody like you. You're going to test him. Because I'm 1,000% transparent with everybody. Because, again, I fought. I know what it's like when you lace up. Like, I got a funny angle, but, like, my nose is, like, crooked. you know, you understand this shit differently when you've actually been in the ring with someone. So, I believe that that's a fight that, Jimmy can 1,000% come in here and beat the Nigerian nightmare. Conversely, for Oluwafemi, this is the kind of fight that he needs to go in there and make a statement. So, and for both these guys, that's they're both coming in to win. Like, it's not like a guy who's, he's 1 in 15, who's just here for a check type shit, And shout out to Greg Serb, the commissioner in Pennsylvania, he's doing his last show with me on the 29th. And he has been a driving force in just making sure that they're even competitive fights. Like, I'm not going to submit bullshit to him because he's not here for it, turn it right down. So, I've had the privilege of working with Greg Serb in Pennsylvania and Larry Hazard in New Jersey. Shout out Larry Hazard, New Jersey. They run a tight ship over there. We'll be doing more shows in Atlantic City later on in next year, actually, because we got 2. We got this one now on the 29th, and then we got December 1st right back at 2300 Arena.
Yeah, you have 2 shows listed back to back. That's very ambitious, man. You remind me of my co-host here. What was the thought process behind that? And isn't that a financial risk?
Boxing is a financial risk. You're dealing with so many variables with this, man. It's yeah, it is. It's always a risk. That being said, I 1000% believe in our product and what R&B Promotions is bringing to the table. Again, in 6 shows, we've done 6 shows in our first year, um, with another 2 already lined up for year 2, and then working on January, February. So there's the idea is you present a product that the people are excited to come be a part of. And, obviously you want to give fighters the opportunity to shine. And Philadelphia is a hotbed for fighting. So, there's a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of opportunity in the city of brotherly love.
Do you foresee yourself leaving Pennsylvania? And I mean, not Pennsylvania, but Philadelphia area. I only ask that because it's like I said, there's a lot of competition, or is there still, regardless of the competition, you find yourself, eating okay? You don't have to leave and get a New Jersey license or a New York City license or a Florida license because it's a little cluttered over there.
I'm very, very methodical. And before I got into promoting, I wanted to make sure that I was stabilized enough with a lot of facets of my own life. So, me having the gym, like that's more important to me, to make sure like that stabilized the hell out of my life. You know what I mean? So promoting, I'm here for it because I love the game, and it's only a matter of time before R&B is one of the premier promotional organizations out here that people are saying, wait a second, stop. Like, you got to take notice. Like, not for nothing, 7 fights in, we now are headlining with a former world champion. Like, a guy who's not just like wash either. He's surging back towards, title contention and
No,
recognition. I'm
his
sure
last
he's
fight.
already getting calls. Like, that Avery Sparrow fight was not, easy. And fighting, Verdugo now is not easy. Like, they're not gonna, these guys are tough fights that because Tevin gets it. Like, you need these kinds of tests in order to get, to where you want to be. So that when he gets there, people gonna be shocked. I 1000% believe that in 2024, Tevin Farmer will win one of the world titles.
The December show.
Yeah.
That's still up in the air in terms of Tevin headlining, right? Because there's been a lot of chatter of a possible other opportunities for Tevin. Golden Boy has shown some interest. Kid Schofield looks like they want to do something with Tevin, and there's that possibility. Do you have a backup main event, or is Tevin already committed to you?
Oh no, we good fighters adjust. You adjust and overcome. You roll with the punches. I got a couple things in the pipeline. But obviously Tevin, should things not go any which way, because Tevin is dangerous. People aren't just going to sign up to fight a guy like Tevin Farmer. Like, and it's always been that way because he's capable of making you look very bad. Like, he can take you the full distance. He can outbox you, and he can make it very, very, like, he can make you look foolish if you don't come correct. So, Tevin is not he's not one to be taken lightly.
So, talk to me about Joshua Jones. You have a couple of undefeated fighters on the card.
Yeah, we got it. Well, hold on. Let me pull out my card real quick. I'm looking at it right now. Outside of, so we talked about Femi. Joshua Jones is 7-0. He's coming back off a pretty long layoff. He'll be fighting another 4 rounder against Jonathan Perez, a vet out of Colombia. He got like double, triple the amount of fights that Josh Jones does. So this is one of those guys where we're all right, Josh, go in there because old boy got like 80 something fights. So he's a vet. He knows how to survive. Go do what you got to do. And then not for nothing. The idea is continue to build, knock off the rust. But if you slip up, believe me, Jonathan Perez will jump on that ass because he's been in there with elite fighters. And so, when you get a guy like that, a wily old vet, 4 rounds is easy money. He got 4 rounds in the tank and then some. So, this is another one of those fights that for Josh, it's shake off the rust and continue building. Hopefully, the idea is follow up with a 6 rounder, but you got to obviously handle your first fight. So, he's on there. I like matching up undefeated guys because I like when guys have to prove themselves. So like my man Alan Otto is fighting James Abraham from New York. They're both 2-0. They're fighting at 160. Alan Otto comes from an MMA background, and James Abraham has 2 first-round knockouts. So does Alan Otto. So somebody is either going to get knocked out of the first round, or this shit is going to be explosive and fireworks. On my last show, I had Gandhi Romaine fight. He fought Anthony Dill in a fight of the year. Like it's gone viral. A lot of people have seen that fight because Dill came back after being knocked down twice in the 3rd round. He came back and won by TKO. They stopped the fight. But Gandhi was boxing, but now Gandhi going to return. He's an exciting fighter. He's fighting a guy who's making his pro debut from New York. Felix Manzueta is 3-0. He's fighting Deshaun Williams, another 3-0. At welterweight. It's stuff like that
The fuck you paying these guys to take undefeated fights, bro?
That's what he hasn't even mentioned this other kid, John Gini?
Yeah.
Gingini or some shit. Like, how are you getting these dudes to come to Philly? I hate to say it like this, but what are you paying these dudes? Because, I mean, fuck, you had Tevin and Sparrow. That's an expensive fight. Now you got this undefeated dude from Long Beach. He's not even from Philly, so you getting him to come from California to Philly to put his O on the line. Yeah, man. It's good matchmaking for sure. You got a mouthpiece. You getting all these kids to say yes.
It's just being honest and transparent. Like I can't emphasize it enough, but like nobody wants their time wasted. All right, like promoters, managers, fighters. Like, and again, it's not about matching. Like all these fights, they're all competitive fights. Like they're evenly matched. Like that's the idea. Now, which man is going to step up to the table? One of the fights I didn't even talk about with the heavyweights, Daniel Bean and Rob Perez. Rob Perez he's one of those guys who does that slap fighting, where they slap all fire out of you. Want to know in slap fighting, and he took Daniel Bean. He took his O on the last show. He beat him controversial decision, but he beat him. And I saw the fight. I was like, look, man, you knock a man down in the first round, it's kind of hard in the 4th round to come back unless you really get your ass whooped. But, but like
that's Old Bridge, New Jersey, bro. Yeah. Shout out to him. What the fuck?
Yeah, man. These guys is just what do I do? I just have honest conversations with these people and let them know, hey, look, this is what I'm providing the opportunity. If you want to take it, cool, and if not, there's other promoters. You can go deal with there's other people, believe me. And I wish everybody the absolute best. Like I know we've mentioned the word competition a lot, and I'm not worried about me. I'm just worried about what I'm doing and what we're putting together, what me and my team, what we're doing. And it seems to be working for us. Like, not for nothing, but there's been shows happening I think for the last 3 shows, there's been another show the same night as our show.
Wow.
Can't worry about that. You can't worry about it. I'm here to put on a good show and hope that the paying consumer is loving it, that they're loving every bit of it. And, I expect that we're going to hit a sellout for this show, and that the only way people are going to be able to come is, they're going to have to buy the live stream because you're not going to be able to get in.
Where's the live stream?
It's on combatsportsnow.com. It's on Tevin's Instagram. It's on the R&B Promotions Instagram. We'll be blasting it for over the next 9 days. You'll be hard pressed to escape seeing the link for the pay-per-view.
You said combatsports.com?
No, it's combatsportsnow.com.
Oh, Combat Sports Now.
And can you direct people to the R&B social media? That way they can also go get tickets and get more information to next Friday's event.
And what's the acronym stand for? Rhythm and Blues?
No. Just R&B.
What?
No, it's actually No, I'm not.
What you mean? It don't stand for nothing?
No, it does. Rosario and Barboza.
Oh, Rosario and Barboza. Who's that? Your wife?
No, it's my partner.
Okay.
Yeah. He's
Rosario is
my
he? He's
he's my
also
old my
Latin. He's also
yeah.
Latin. Is he Dominican with the Rosario last name?
Boricua.
Oh, Boricua también. Boricua también. Okay.
You think you know somebody's background, but you really don't.
No, I'm going off last
No, but
names.
I
got a
bro,
cousin.
Barboza's Mexican as fuck. I never heard.
Well, I have a cousin, an entire Portuguese family that's fucking Barboza,
and he's Puerto Rican.
All right, but he could pass for Brazilian.
It could have went, man. I got all kinds of things. I've got all kinds of all kinds of things. So, but no, it's
So this is pay-per-view, or you could just go here and stream this? Oh no, it is pay-per-view. $20.
Yeah, $20. $20. There's as of right now, 9 fights. 9 fights, $20. Stream.
So I'm getting a question from a gym owner that says, "Do you do?" He was wondering if you do any sort of marketing for your gym, or is it just natural traffic?
I've done it all. That being said, nothing really matters more than your members praising your club. Like the word of mouth is the most organic. That's the real way that you're gonna close them, like close anyone and make them want to be a part of your team. It's word of mouth. Like that degree of separation. Like I've spent a lot of money on like Facebook ads and all that other stuff. I guess it brings a little bit of awareness, but I would really focus on my own affinity marketing and make sure that my team is like my staff especially they're promoting the classes. We're doing things like social media has changed the game so much that like if you really just you're constantly posting and putting things out there and giving people an idea of what they're going to walk into, because I tell my staff all the time, there's no way someone is just coming off the street and coming into the club. Like they found some information. They know something about us. Like, so what we need to do is figure out, all right, how can we actually help you? Like, I'm not trying to waste nobody's time. If you're here for Pilates, we don't do Pilates in my club. Respectfully, so this might not work. I'll steer you in another direction. Conversely, if you say, I'm here to get in shape, I want cardio, and all right, we can help you. We do a lot of classes. And that's where 90% of everybody comes in is for the classes. So, no, but I wouldn't spend a lot of money on marketing at all. I would spend money on making sure that my team is cool, making sure that they're the beacons, and then save those same dollars and like do a gift pass to like the member of the month who posts the most on social or something. You're better off spending money that way than just throwing money aimlessly into the machine, unless you really know what you're doing on all the ad spends and all of that shit, which I'll be 100 with you, I'm not. So, and I have a strong team, and we've tried, and I've had people who are experts at Google and everything, and I'm like, all right, thanks.
So Combat Sports, they approached you, just trying to figure out why you chose them over a Fight TV.
Numbers, to be honest with you.
Numbers meaning
and
what? Their viewership, their subscriber count. What do you mean by numbers?
Well, I think it's always a very simple business numbers game. Who's going to give you the best value, if you will, the best percentage, the best of this and that. Because where people that are fans of Tevin that aren't coming to the fight, hopefully they buy the stream. People that are fans of Femi that are in Nigeria, or wherever they are, they buy the fight. Like fans of people who can't come into the club, into the venue, hopefully they buy the fight. It's not. I don't think we're gonna break pay-per-view world records. Do 1.6 million hits on something like this. That being said, this is show number 7, and this is our first time trying to branch off and do something different. So I wanted to keep it a little more
streaming.
So we streamed all the other fights. BXNG, shout out to BXNG. Then they,
Adam,
you know,
salute to Adam.
yeah, good dude, man. Real
That's
good
not
guy.
a bad deal for a lot of you guys, right? Because from what I'm told during my interview with Adam, he comes in and basically pays you, but is essentially buying the rights, right? Like he keeps it and it's on his app, right?
Pretty much, you know. But like, I
and you get a percentage
respect
of everything sold.
if there's money sold, like if there's something made past a certain cost and so on
So
and so
it's
forth.
just like traditional pay-per-view. After a certain amount of buys, then you get a cut. Okay.
You know, and it makes sense. And not for nothing at the
Alex,
beginning.
how can people reach you if they want to sponsor your show?
Reach me at the R&B page at R&B promo, phonetically spelled out RANDB PROMO.
That's why I couldn't find it.
Yeah,
I thought it was
you can't.
No,
you can't.
R&B.
You can't do that. The ampersand, right? You can't use any of the things. So it's ANDB promo.
I thought it was just the letter N.
Or Barboza TKO. That's me directly.
Okay.
My last name in the gym.
So,
yeah, you know, reach.
Are you obviously you're in that Philadelphia area, so the fights have to make sense to that area because I see Femi is from LA or Long Beach.
Yes, but now he's training with the Pivot Boxing Club, Pivot Boxing Academy, Lando Rosa, Sharon Baker. So he's more local to the area now.
So it's safe because people are gonna hear this and they're probably gonna, hey, how do I get in touch with? But if they're not from the Philly area, unless they can prove to you they can sell tickets, you're not truly interested in a fighter from Milwaukee.
Why not?
I'm asking.
Boxing's worldwide.
Yeah, but you're a promoter selling tickets.
I'm all ears. Conversely, if there's a can't miss blue chip prospect that hits me up, we are going to facilitate something. Goddamn, we're gonna make something happen. You know, someone wants to work and actually wants to work. I'm easy to access. You can just find me. You know, but I get contacted by people all the time. Some make sense, some don't, and that's cool. You know, I don't close anything is an option. I mean, boxing is a global sport. It's a global thing. If anybody wants to hit me up because they want a consistent promoter, they want somebody who's putting on shows on the regular, and they're willing to fight. Cool, hit me up.
That's what's up. Well, Alex, I guess once again, give out your social media, not only for fighters that want to contact you, but for anyone that isn't following you so they can do so. That is our last question. We do appreciate you coming on and, talking a little boxing with us, informing us on everything that is Alex Barboza and your promotional company. And obviously, we look forward to Tevin's next fight on your show.
It's going to be an exciting time. Yeah, next Friday night. If y'all can't come out, buy the stream. It's the promotional company is at RANDB PROMO, so R&B promo, and my personal is Barboza BARBOSA TKO.
Let's go. Appreciate it,
Alex. You, Alex, man.
Yes.
Thank you for coming on. We look forward to getting you back on after the show. Talk
For
about
sure.
the success.
Anytime y'all want me on, I'm here for it.
You got it. Appreciate it.
There
you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Promoter Alex Barboza. He's going to be promoting the Tevin Farmer card and definitely wanted to get him, as I said live during that interview. Dude's living a dream. Certainly is my dream. So shout out to him for getting it done. But we are discussing Ryan Garcia's next move, his November comeback fight, as well as the potential of a super fight with Teofimo Lopez, according to Oscar De La Hoya, who you may have to take that interview with a grain of salt that he did with Marcos Villegas because it's like you didn't even talk to Ryan.
Yeah, which I felt like was very similar to the Tank fight and leading into the Tank fight and a lot of the miscommunication with Alex with Oscar saying one thing and Ryan saying another.
Oscar, yeah. They're never really on the same page, but there are some tweets that I do got to show that point towards the possibility of Ryan and Oscar and those messages being real and more than just Instagram DMs. And I'll pull that up here in a bit. I'm just scrolling to find it. But Ryan himself tweeted out two things. This one, and he says, I'm headed to Milan walking in Fashion Week with the, I guess, shocked emoji. Then headed to Vegas to train. Oh, shit, I ain't even read. That's why you get to read things twice. I ain't even see that.
Oh, yeah.
He said, big end of the year stretch. Then I have something big possibly happening in February. Big 140 fight. But first, handle business. So, I mean, come on. The writing's on the wall. The writing's on the wall.
Tune up.
Then Tio. And let me tell you, I've been told that Tio was getting a shot, or Ryan and Tio were in negotiations about 2 months ago, but nothing came from it. Or maybe a month ago, because, every day is Friday, but nothing came from it. But you know who told me? The one dude that could get the information from Tio, and he was trying to confirm it by getting an interview with Oscar that never happened. So he always knew. And now the rumors are getting louder. But this is another tweet from Ryan. Not really part of the conversation, but part of the conversation, right? He said, I would say activity is the most important thing to have a boxer at top form, which is something that we talk about here all the time, which is obviously something that people are saying is the reason quite possibly that, Earl could have lost for staying out of the ring too long. So credit to Ryan for trying to do that, trying to remain active. Hopefully they can get that done and he doesn't prolong this. Now, here's some more information. As you can see, this last one says a request by Top Rank, blah, 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 February 10th, Mandalay Bay.
What is that?
Number 10 at the bottom. That just shows that the date has already been placed on hold. So, the writing's on the wall. It could be true. Ryan has already fought Tank, so we got to stop calling him a liar. But I think that's the one thing we didn't really emphasize before we open up these phone lines. Is like, win or lose, how do you look at it? Is he cashing out, or do you give him credit? Like, does he got balls for fighting Tio?
Does he have balls for doing his job? I don't know if he got balls.
Bro,
for
he just
doing
lost
his
the
job.
Tank. Cut the bullshit.
I mean, he about to fight a tuna can. And
Exactly.
Then
and then his next fight would be Tio. Like, who the fuck is doing that? Who's fighting the top 5 dudes back to back to back to back? Like, first of all, who fought anybody? He would be the fucking only one who fought 2 of the 5.
2 of 5 what?
Tio, Tank, Shakur, Tevin, Ryan. Who am I missing? If he fights 2 of them, bro. Like, if he fights 2 of them, like, come on, we got to give him some credit, no? Like, you see, he ain't. Nah, you don't think you like? Why would I give him credit for doing his job?
For losing? I mean, Tio did that and fucking
But
won,
that's the
bro.
point. That's the point. You saying he gonna lose, so he going into fights. Y'all think he losing?
No,
That's him trying.
bro. You literally was like, if he go in there and lose, shouldn't we give him credit? And I'm like, for what? Like, why would I give you credit for losing?
For having the balls to fight them dudes.
We got plenty of journeymen. Do we give them credit?
Shout out to Tip Bellis. Camboso fought 2 of the 5.
And then you can't say, dude, like, bro, Tio won them fights. I mean, it's only one, I guess, because Josh ain't part of like year 5, but
I don't get y'all, man. No, Ness, he just want money. See, that's fucked up, man.
I think he got a shot in the fight. Y'all not giving him a shot in the fight.
Hold on a minute. Y'all gotta give him his credit. The man made $30 million. Motherfucking Oscar saying it left and right. Tank made 40. Leonard did another interview where he's like, yo, Tank made tens of millions of dollars and he makes 8-figure paydays all the time. Like, yo, these dudes, Ryan could do what Tank did. Ryan could make pay-per-views versus Mexicans all day. He could fight Broner on pay-per-view. He could fight Tevin on pay-per-view. He fighting Tio. That's the rumor. Like, what the fuck are we, man? This is what I'm saying. This is the same show like yesterday, bro. It's like yesterday. It's disappointment. It's like y'all not real hardcores, man. Yesterday I did the Tyson Fury undercard show, and it was pathetic. It's like, how do you got 8 heavyweights and no one cares? 8 named heavyweights. Like, we ain't got no card where they put 8 named fighters. They might put 4 fucking A-sides.
You
8 named fighters.
For October 28th?
That's a fire card now. I'm paying for that. It's a wrap. I never thought I was going to watch Ngannou Fury. Now I'm buying it. They got my boy Fabio Worley on there taking on David Adelaide in a domestic brawl that I wish Schofield and Keyshawn would fight, but they won't. But Adelaide got 12 fights. He fighting Fabio with 16. That's what they do in the UK. And we bums. We bums, man. Spencer Brown, Fury's representative, announced it.
Bro. They ain't posted in a month.
It's on Michael Benson's.
Yeah, no. I went to Skill Challenge. I'm like, they ain't posted in a month. Shit.
I mean, they ain't got nothing to post, right? They can't lock in no fights. Not the fights we want. They locked in that whole card, obviously, but none of them shits is something we asked for. Don't get me wrong. All of them shits is good. Joe Parker, Simon Keane, I want that. I'll take it. Bacoli versus Tackham, give it to me. And what was the other one? Oh, yeah, and Worley Adelaide. That shit is fueguillo. But I'm going out to what looks like maybe Brandon. I'm going to open up these phone lines. Let me know your thoughts on today's topic. We're talking Ryan Garcia and his return to the ring with a potential super fight in February versus Teofimo Lopez. I just want to know, man, do you guys respect Ryan if he fights Tio in February? Win or lose?
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Is Sandor Martin... Is Sandor Martin southpaw? Because if he not a southpaw, remember Tio got dropped twice by Sandor, who don't got power. Keep sleeping on Ryan. And if he not a southpaw, he got dropped with the left hook. But if he's a southpaw, then it was the right hook. Yeah, it was the right. It was a straight back left hook then. Because I feel like it was the left hand. I don't think it was a right hook, but
how you gonna say he ain't got no power? He got 14 KOs.
Out of how many fights?
He got 41 wins.
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
All you do is
so
flip the numbers backwards.
What's the percentage, though? You're the one that
30,
loves math.
34, 35.
You love math.
I love putting things in perspective is what I like.
Oh, shit.
Yo.
Shots fired. Your mans. Yo, look at what your mans did. That's crazy.
Boy.
Your man's in them.
Oh, yeah, I seen that. He treated the shit out of it. Get us off so we could read it, yeah.
Your man's in them. Conor Ben is back, as I reported. I don't get no credit, though, but you don't hear me, though. He right back in Florida, like I fucking said, on the Richardson Hitchens cars, like I fucking said, even though he denied it. And he says, Dan Rayfield says he's going to have eggs for breakfast in his honor. It's a shot at, obviously, you know, Conor Ben testing positive and saying he ate eggs. So Conor says you wouldn't be able to see the eggs because they'd be covered in 100 layers of cheese.
It's the type of lazy journalism that got you replaced by Mike Carpenter.
Holy shit. I ain't even read that. No, because I seen it.
Bro, you don't read shit.
I seen it in a pre-pro and I immediately knew it was worth showing. So I always do reactions live. That was fire. He's not
That's
nice.
why I picked up at the end because I knew he came in.
Wow,
Bro, he came
he's
in.
not nice.
No, he came in hot.
Bro, and let me
hot.
just say this to back Dan on that. I don't believe that's what happened.
I just believe a lot of cheese on your eggs.
No, I'm talking about. I don't believe he got replaced by Coppager. I believe that he is just more expensive than Coppager. Like there was rumors that Dan was making over $250,000 in that position. So
I always heard it was just a money thing that they was able to get Mike
for cheaper,
for 6 figures cheaper.
There you go. But you don't hear me though. Phone lines is open.
You know.
But Mike does his thing. I can't front.
No, Mike kills
He
it.
was a fresher breath air. Like, I feel like Dan, let me get back on camera. I feel like, what happened needed to happen. It's unfortunate because Dan lost a check that was reliable, but it made him work better. I ain't gonna front. Like, he do more now. Don't you think he, as a fan, that you followed him in the Fight Freaks, you don't think he's working more now? He ain't writing more articles now? Come on, champ. I'm out of here. Don't make me walk off, man. Dude putting out articles every day now. When he was at ESPN, like, one a fucking week. That shit was lame as lame.
He did his live show every Friday.
Lame. Come on. We boxing fans. We need that shit every day. Why you think I'm here every day? Because when I was a fucking fan, I would be refreshing boxing scene like, damn, ain't nothing new? What the fuck? There's so much going on. How ain't nothing there? You feel me? Nah. Coppinger, I feel like Coppinger's slowing down now. Like, he had his moment, I want to say, in the last 18 months, and it's starting to fizzle out, right? He's starting to slow down with like, breaking news. No? Why you looking at me this weird? What the
I thought
fuck
you
is
was talking
wrong?
about Dan at first, doing content. Now you talking about Mike.
Now I'm switching to Cop. I feel like he's slowing down as well.
I thought he was always slowed down. Like, I ain't never felt like, he releases what in the fuck? Yeah, he released shit.
You got your man's best friend, bro. What's wrong with you? All right, we going to these callers. What we got?
Bro, you know that dogs in Islam are considered haram? You can't have a dog.
Word? You lying.
On moms.
Wow. I never heard that.
Mm-hmm. And that cats are actually like
the ones that they rock
considered
with.
like Muslim animals or something.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, cats be licking on balls every day.
Whoa. What the fuck?
That's all they
I've
do.
never kicked it with no
We hear you now, Rick.
Yo.
We hear you.
What's good?
Chilling. What up with you?
Man, last time I was on this show, I caused a lot of confusion.
Why? What confusion? Refresh our memory. I need to remember that.
You guys are good. Hey, I'll give you this. Ness, you the hardest worker in the game.
Nah, not really, man. There's still more I could do. Danny knows. I'm trying to get motivated to hit the gyms every day again.
No, I respect that. You grind harder than you grind harder than a lot of these YouTubers out here, but I feel like you lack a little bit in your biasness, and I feel like you could take your platform to a different level if you wasn't so biased and you just kept it more real. I believe you're capable of doing it because you said you've been doing this, 10 years?
13, but damn, who I'm biased with? But
like, you the Joe Rogan of this shit, right?
But ain't it as a fan of any sport, like, aren't you supposed? Yeah, I hear you. You don't hear me?
Do I need to say hello?
I hear you, brother. Man, he must have went to a dead spot because we hear you perfectly. We hear you, Ricky.
I don't know. I think they might have cut me out.
Rick, we hear you.
Ness, can you hear me? Are you responding?
We hear you.
Rick. Oh, Danny, you can hear me?
Everybody hears you.
All right. I guess y'all just want me to talk.
But
y'all not gonna let them know. But y'all know who I am. But I ain't even gonna get on that because last time that got me in hot water. Look, y'all know on that show, y'all put a number out there. Y'all cleared the air.
We ain't put no number out
I called
there.
into this show the first time that this was really like the Haney voice, but I learned because I called in as a boxing fan
and just learning the game. You feel me? I came from motherfucking party promotion and doing shit on the putting shit together, right? So y'all took a number on this show and ran with it. Y'all could have cleared the air. Y'all knew I was never speaking of. I'm not. Y'all knew I wasn't on Shakur team when I was speaking about that shit.
Do you hear
But
me?
y'all let that shit
Do you
rock
hear
out.
me?
That shit was nasty,
Do you
nasty,
hear me?
nasty.
Brother,
And
why don't you hear me?
I don't know. I want y'all to explain that shit. Like,
Jesus Christ.
what's up with that?
Bruh,
Danny?
do you hear us?
Yo, do you hear Ness? Like,
the fuck?
No, I don't hear Ness at all. I can't hear Ness.
So you hear me, but you don't hear Ness?
Do you hear me,
I don't know,
brother?
bro. Maybe your left earphone is broken, not your right. I'm not sure.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, I think y'all smoking a little too much weed. Y'all should smoke after the motherfucking show. That's what I think y'all should do.
You may feel like
You
it's
know
your
what I mean?
time,
Y'all be hiding the motherfucker
but it's
on
not
there.
your time.
Fucking up. You know?
Man, I can't take that shit no more. Jay Billy, what up?
Yo.
Jay, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Bro, what the fuck was wrong with that dude? How the
I
fuck
don't know.
he
It be
don't
like
hear
that sometimes.
us?
It be like that sometimes on the spaces. I don't know why it's like that, but sometimes it is like that. But y'all both hear me? Danny there?
I hear
don't
you.
hear
I
Danny.
hear
Danny
you.
on mute.
Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'ma bring you right back. Mute. So I just, now that we know we could be heard, I just want to say we obviously know who that was trying to blame his mistake on us. That's Antonio Leonard's son calling back under a fake name, talking about we let a number out and let it get run with. Motherfucker, you said that number. Don't come on here saying that we could be better. You could be better by coming back and telling the motherfucking truth. You came out here spitting 8 mil. You got to take that 8 mil back. We never said a motherfucking number. You made it worse for Shakur. You came on this show saying $8 million, not us. I could be better. You probably could be better if you wasn't biased to Shakur. Hilarious. Tell me I need to be better. Motherfucker, you talking about the fight bigger later. That sounds biased. Sounds like you don't want to say someone is avoiding a fight because there's more money for you and your dad later. Fuck is we talking about? You got the right one, baby. You heard me?
Yo, Ness.
What?
But if we remember that exact call, bro, he also like, yeah, man, you know, his career, I've only seen him spar like 3 times. So at that point I knew, like, ain't no way you know the real business if I didn't seen more than
And
you.
that ain't my motherfucking problem. Maybe that's his
No, for
problem
sure,
and his dad problem for letting him come on the show and saying shit he shouldn't say. Don't say I gotta fix that for you. I gotta stop motherfuckers from running with the number you just put out your mouth. I ain't put no number out in your mouth. What the fuck? Call back, cause you know you can fucking hear me. You ain't want me to fucking defend myself. Call the fuck back. Fuck is we talking about here? Yo, Jay Billy, you can unmute.
Yes, sir. Shout out Ness. Shout out Danny putting in that motherfucking work. I just want to say first and foremost, shout out them ass spankers that's gonna spank some Irish ass on Saturday. You know how we coming, you know, straight.
You said what?
Ass.
Hold up, what?
You guys gonna spank some Irish ass.
Bro,
on
you
Saturday
breaking
at
up. I'm not trying to be funny. You breaking up.
7:10 to be exact. Ness, I'm breaking up.
Yeah, you broke up a couple times. I mean, you probably driving.
I'm breaking up.
You good now?
Nah, I'm outside. But one more time, just want to say shout out those ass spankers at the Ohio State University that's going to spank some Irish ass Saturday at 7:10. Everybody tune in. It's going to be a good one. But I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I don't need this fight to gain Ryan's respect. Ryan gained my respect after he got up off that canvas versus Luke and did what he did. So most definitely a great fight. I think Tio has the upper hand just being in boxing. Like, you can see not level. You feel me? Of the Devins, the Tanks, and the Tios. That's why it was a race to Ryan.
Damn, J. Billy.
To take that O. All the guys wanted it. You know, Tank, Dev, Tio. We coming. Are we coming? Y'all got me?
Yeah, you keep breaking up, champ. It's not that bad though. It
Damn,
just
I'm
it's
gonna tap back in.
happening every
Tap back
now
in.
and then.
Damn, I don't know why it's doing
All
that.
right, Jay Billy, we gonna get back to you. I'm gonna get Rick on here. Rick, you hear me now? Rick. It's this dude. See, he can't. He live. He don't hear me. Rick. Rick. Danny, mute yourself, champ. You out here wilding. What the fuck? Rick.
My bad, Sam. But in the meantime, if y'all want to call in, y'all know the number 425-569-5241. Twitter Spaces to everybody who want to do that. Discord available as well. Rick, what the fuck is up, man?
Yeah, he don't know how to work Twitter Spaces. All right, man. We gonna keep it moving, man. What up, Sean? Rick, man, call our landline, man. Call our landline, bruh. What's up, Sean?
Y'all hear me?
Yes.
So, I know Danny's always been a Ryan hater, so I'm not going to get too much up on him. He already got his favorites. I see it. But I seen this coming a long time ago. I seen the play. I called out the play like 6 months ago. Hopefully Ryan might have to wait. He might have to fight Rolly before he gets Tio. So I don't know how that's going to work. But when he fights Tio, see, the thing with Tio is a lot of people say he has no chance to get Tio. Tio's wishy-washy. You'll never know what Tio will get in that ring. He's the new AD. We would never know what type of Tio we're getting in that ring. And don't let that last fight fool you. Josh Taylor was coming off, 15-month layoff? Barely making weight? Don't let that last fight fool you. He's the Josh Taylor's new Keith Thurman. And so after we fight Tio, I'm gonna extend the play for you, Max. After we fight Tio and Rolly, hopefully, Undisputed versus Devin. Devin just has to make sure he fights Matias and Regis. We got the Undisputed fight beginning of 2025 or at the end of 2024. But that's my call.
Word. He probably gonna want $40 million by then, right? Or what you think?
I mean, we will be the A side, so.
You think your brother wins? Not Tio? You think y'all beat Tio?
Tio's wishy-washy, bro. You'll never know what Tio you're getting.
Nah, I mean, we know what Tio we getting for the big fights.
Oh, for the big fight. You're talking about the ones that he was fighting in a bubble. The ones he was fighting in a bubble and the one he was fighting with 8,000 people. Those big fights.
What 8,000 people?
The one for Josh Taylor. How much you held?
Nah, it was less than that for sure. Less than that.
It was less?
But
wait till you get to that stadium
bubble. Fight. Bubble, no bubble, $12 tickets. Little girls in the audience. He been winning the big fights, not getting slept.
Hey, but Ryan's a prospect and contender to some people, so just let him sleep on him.
Can you really call him more than with his accomplishments?
Absolutely.
What can you call him?
You could call him...
Not a world champ. Not an interim champ. Not an email champ.
Wait till he fights O'Hare Davis. That's gonna
Can't
be easy.
even call him an email champ.
Wait till by that time he's gonna fight O'Hare Davis.
Feel like it's your time.
And you'll see, and then you're gonna be forced to call him a world champ.
All right.
Sean, appreciate the call.
Trying Rick again. You got to unmute, Rick.
What's up, Ness?
Do you hear me now?
I can hear you clearly.
So, are you or are you not Adrian's son?
Who?
What's his name, Danny?
Oh my
Antonio.
God.
Antonio
This guy
Leonard's
is
son.
crazy.
Are you
Ness, you are crazy.
or are you not Antonio Leonard's son?
Bro, you know who I am.
Yes or
Come
no?
on,
I just want to know. I want to be clear who I'm talking to, brother. Is that okay?
You know who you're talking to, yes.
So why
You know
would
who
you
you're talking
come on here and say that I could be better if I didn't let people run with a number that you said out your mouth? Can you take a moment to sit somewhere where we could converse? Because you have a lot of background noise, and I want this to be clear.
Fam, the question, and I answer the question from my perspective, not from nobody else's.
All right, but how is it my job to stop the world from running with your question and your answer?
No. It ain't your job, but you have
But
a
you said I could
responsibility.
be better. You said I could be better if I wouldn't have let people run with your
No.
number.
You could be better just by clearing it up on your platform.
What am I supposed to clear up, my friend? You spoke, not me. How could I
That it
clear
was
up something you said?
Bro, you knew it was hypothetical when I said it. That's all I'm
I
saying.
mean, you made that clear.
You're a smart
This what
guy.
I'm saying. No. You're smarter than me. Okay? You said this is a hypothetical number in your conversation. It's not my fucking job to police YouTube and tell them, yo, why you ain't saying he hypothetically said 8 million? That's not my job. That's not my job. You asking me to do something that's not part of
Let
my
me ask you this.
job.
Let me ask you this. Let me just ask you a question. How much do you think it does right now?
How much does what does? Brother, I'm gonna tell you this. Whether you was privy to the information, whether you
I
knew it was
wasn't. I'm
8,
telling you, I
whether
wasn't. I don't do no.
all right,
I've never
let me
ever
speak.
listened.
Let me speak. Whether you was privy, whether you knew it was 8, whether you didn't know it was 8, this is what I'll tell you. You still said the fight's bigger later, which means he never wanted it. In your perspective, you're not speaking for Shakur, you're speaking for yourself. In your perspective, you felt he didn't take the offer because the fight is worth more money later. Yes or no?
Who are you saying he didn't?
I'm saying in
I
your
just,
perspective, based off your call, you feel he didn't take it because it was more money later. Why we got to do this? Just yes or no answers. This is just simple.
No. That's the answer. If that's all you want, no.
Well, cool.
I do not feel.
You're the one. You're the one that has the audio. You the one that said that, not me. You the one that said verbally out your mouth, the fight is worth more money later, not me.
Okay, that's it. That's it.
So then what? So what? Why you asking me to defend you, bro? Why you asking me to help you when you dug a hole?
I didn't. I said just on your platform, you should just go off the facts. That's it. And I think you'll do better.
So is it not a fact that you called in trying to spin the situation and it just backfired?
The Haney voice. I didn't know, bro. I didn't know. That's all. What I'm letting you know. I didn't know.
And you the Shakur voice.
No.
You literally the fucking Shakur voice. You called in here trying to voice a hypothetical motherfucking topic for Shakur because you couldn't take the heat. I didn't make the story up. You made it up. It got you in trouble, not me. I didn't call in here to defend Shakur and make up a hypothetical conversation about a hypothetical number and how the hypothetical fight would be bigger later. Dude, you can't do this with me. I remember everything you said.
You make money off hypotheticals. What are you talking about?
And I'm not mad. The only one that's mad about the hypothetical is you.
You're the only one that sounds mad right now.
No, I'm mad that you try to come in here and tell me I could do better because you made a mistake for your team.
This is what's wrong with you. Always defending yourself, Ness. Just chill, brother.
I
You
mean,
smoke too much weed
you
to be this
attacked
mad.
me. You
You
attacked
smoke
me.
too much
You
weed
attacked
to
me.
be
Your
this
phone
mad, bro.
wasn't working. Your phone
I've
wasn't
never
working.
seen a person
Your phone
this
wasn't
fucking
working, and you
high.
literally told me and Danny that we can't hear you because we smoke too much. So I need to relax, or you need to stop attacking people early in the morning. Because you came on here and you told me I got to do a better job of saving your ass for the bad shit you said. Then I
Hey,
also
is that
got to smoke
am I
less
the
weed
first
because
person
I
to tell
can't
you
hear
that?
you.
No, I said smoke after the show, brother.
But that was your phone that was fucking up.
Oh, nigga, he just came on the next call and said the spaces be fucking up. What you talking
But
about?
he also came on and said he heard me. So that means it was your phone.
I can magically hear you clearly now, nigga. So
Because
what's
you
up?
jumped off and back in. The way the space works, champ.
Ness, like I'm
Yes?
saying, you smoke too much weed to be this mad, bro.
I'm not mad. I'm upset that you feel you need to call in here to tell me I gotta do better when you put that number out
I
there.
said you can do better.
But
You ain't
you
got to do
put
better.
that
You can
out
do whatever
there,
the fuck.
champ.
You can do whatever the fuck you want. Hypothetically, brother, you know that.
I didn't make the story up. You put the story out there. How could I fix that?
You could just state the facts. That's all.
But you stated them in your call. You said this is a hypothetical. You said hypothetically, if it's such and such in the pot.
No,
That
you
like
asked me a
you
question.
preferenced it. But what I'm saying is when you answered the question, Rick, you preferenced that it was hypothetical. So why do I gotta double down and tell the world that you said that? Should I clip it and replay it and say, look, this is the timestamp where he said hypothetically? It's not my fault if people can't comprehend, brother. It's not my fault if people ran with your words in a different way.
All right. Like I said, I just feel like you could reach more people if you just, you know what I mean? Not be mad all the time, brother.
Nah, I
It's
think
all
I
right.
could reach more people if the people in question sat down on the fucking hot seat and let Ness ask the real questions. So that when his representatives say that the fight is bigger later,
Stop saying that. Stop
Ness could
saying
say,
that. You just
okay,
lied
so y'all
again.
don't want it
That's why
now.
that's why your platform is fucked up. You keep on saying representative. Nigga, no, I'm not. Stop it, bro. Stop lying. Stop trying to do that shit. That's
What
why
am
your
I
shit is
lying
fucked
about?
up now.
What am I lying about?
Nigga said you just said representative. Nigga, I don't represent
Who's your
shit. Nigga,
father? Who's your father?
that don't mean shit,
Who he
nigga.
work for? Stop making
Nobody.
me a
What you
liar. Danny, am I wrong here? Am I making this up so I can apologize to this man?
Go ahead, Danny.
Please, Danny, am I lying?
What I would say is that who his father is and who he is, ain't the same thing.
I ain't
So
asking
I
about
can't.
who he is. I said who his father worked for.
No, you just said his record. Come on, Dan. You are crazy.
I wouldn't even say work for, right?
Work with. Whatever the right term
Antonio
is.
got his own promotional company,
So then the answer is Shakur and Antonio have nothing to do with each other.
Man,
I
you are
don't know.
crazy. Ness is
This
crazy, bro.
No. Hey, listen to me, Rick. Rick. Give me 1 minute. Rick, give me 1 minute. Rick, give me 1 minute so you can understand what I'm trying to say here, because maybe it'll clear it up. So you're basically saying that?
I don't know, to be honest.
All right, so
is
Rick.
a wild
So Rick, this is my thing.
1,000% honest.
How old are you, Dan?
Rick, so this is
how
my
old are
thing.
you, bro? Ness, how old are you?
Rick, this is my thing, right? I was
Ness,
told
you're a kid, bro.
I
You're a
was
kid.
told that Antonio Leonard and
Bro, stop.
Shakur works together.
Stop.
Is you gonna listen to me or not? Because I don't have to do this. You called into my show. Are you gonna listen or not?
Bro, you can do better, Ness.
Are you
better,
gonna listen to me or not? I'm trying to clear up what I was saying, brother. If you don't want to listen, we can move on.
Stop, because you're doing nasty work.
We can move on. If you don't want to listen, I can mute you and tell my audience.
Danny, stop,
All right, I'm moving on. Peace, dog. So what I was trying to say is, I was told Antonio Leonard does work with Shakur. If he was going to confirm that Antonio Leonard, his father, does not work with Shakur, I was willing to apologize, like I said on this audio. Okay? I said that. But he refuses to listen. I got to move on. We going out to whoever's available. Jay Billy, you back. Go for it. And Danny, you could clear it up since he didn't let me ask you clearly. Does his father work for or with Shakur? Yes or no? Because if he don't, then I can apologize on air.
To be honest, I generally don't know. I only know of Jay.
Jay who? Prince.
Jay Prince.
So Antonio works for Jay Prince.
I can't say that though because Jay has his thing and Antonio has his thing. Like it's Antonio Leonard Promotions and then Jay has his thing.
Now
I don't know.
All I want to say is we can clearly see how Nesta Gibbs made a mistake when we in the boxing world believe that Antonio Leonard works with James Prince. So why else would we not make the association with Shakur? He could have cleared that up, but he refused to do that because people are emotional.
But I do have to play the flip side. I don't know all my father's doings and times,
and that's
you can't
fine.
tie me.
And he could have also said that. He could have also said, "Look, Ness, I don't know who my dad works for and don't work for. What I do know is that I'm not a representative of my dad, and I don't work for Shakur. And the story I came on here and said was a hypothetical story, and I'm only back to double down on that hypothetical because so many people ran with it as truth. I do apologize, Ness, for saying you should have did something when it was me that said something. That's all."
Jay,
Yes,
Billy,
sir. I'm glad we got that ironed out. But what I was saying when I was cutting out was it was always a race to Ryan's O. It was always the guys wanted to knock off Ryan because they knew he was fooled. You know, they knew he was the easiest competition. So the Dev, T.O., Tank, it was all a race just to get his O. So I just think that Tank fight showed that Ryan isn't one of them. You know, I think he's kind of like an Errol, and he started boxing later in his teens. But Ryan had a lengthy amateur career. When did he start boxing? Was he one of those like 7-year-old boxers like Tank?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Man,
but he fought Tevin 6 times.
Well, I'll say this. He probably still has too much of that amateur style. Like, he probably held on to the amateur style too much, kind of like Loma did. You feel me? But he don't really pity pat. He don't pity pat, but you can see in, like, his footwork, he's still a little bit basic. You feel me? That's why Tank was able to do what he was able to do. And I don't think it's going to be too much different with T.O. You know, even though T.O. had the mental shit, what we saw against Josh Taylor, that's the T.O. that's going to beat, damn near all of 140. I don't see too much competition besides Devin and Matias. So, a great fight. So did y'all determine who's going to be the fight in November? Is it going to be Davies?
Nah, we certainly didn't determine that. We just put out all the options. It could be Davies, it could be Duarte, it could be Broner. It's a lot of choices according to Oscar.
I know damn well Broner don't want that fight. Broner acting crazy again. Y'all seen the McDonald's video?
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Man, he acting out of line again. Ness, did you see I sent you that
He got a fight schedule, right? With another like random white guy that Don
King done he does. He does.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he
Ness,
does.
did you see I sent you that Floyd and AD little video?
Yeah, but that was old. That was old. You can't tell that.
How old was that?
Bruh, Floyd ain't got no hair, and Broner look young as hell. Broner got mad grays on his face.
Hey, bro, I didn't even notice, but when you said Floyd was bald, you right, bro. That's probably like 2-3 years old. Why would they put that on the TL? That's crazy.
Bro, that's how the algorithm works.
Yo, that shit like 6-7 years old.
Damn,
that shit
bro,
old.
I'm tripping. I'm tripping like a motherfucker. I'm up here like, damn, an AD boy exhibition song. But yeah, man, whoever's gonna be against Ryan, I'm just glad Ryan's coming back. He's good for boxing. Whoever he takes on in November, we're gonna watch it. Hopefully it's T.O. in February. I'm gonna tap back in. Y'all keep on putting in that work.
All right. Appreciate you, man. Nike Hendricks, what up? If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. It's going to put this episode in the eyes of other boxing fans that don't know we rocking out every day. Nike, are you there? All right. In the meantime, in between time, smash that thumbs up. We got Majid, Newark, New Jersey.
Yo, you can hear me?
Yep.
Everybody need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join YouTube members and Patreon for something. Shit, I mean, Ryan coming back. We gonna get to see what he looked like, I guess, working with Derek James. You know what I'm saying? See whatever it was that he learned from there and shit. And then to get Tio fight, that's just a win-win. Get your little tune up, and then fight fucking Tio. Shit, him win. Like, hey, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I had to choose out of him and Tio, you know what I'm saying? I think that Tio aggression here fucking around and catch Ryan and shit, but we know that Ryan got that motherfucking hook. Tank slipped that shit, but Tio had to do that shit too. So I mean, it is what it is. Shit. I thought that maybe Devin and fucking Tio was about to go back at it because I got Devin beating Regis. So, I was trying to see if they was gonna rekindle the beef, but it looked like Ryan, he already stole it and shit. So shout out to him, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to the event. Other than that, I'm be listening. I'm out.
Appreciate the call, Majid. Shout out. If anybody wants to call in, number is on top of the screen. Twitter Spaces and Discord also available. What you thinking, champ? Who you thinking it is for November? Don't really matter. Just somebody to get them back in the win column.
It's going to be one of those guys. I wouldn't mind Oscar Duarte. Some Mexico versus Mexico. Adrian Broner's a big return fight. They could do that on pay-per-view possibly. O'Hara Davies is the last on my list. No disrespect to him. He just ain't done enough. You know what I mean? But it's a good barometer. He lost to Taylor in a tough fight. So maybe, he could show us something. I don't know. But, yeah, that's basically that. But let's see what else we got. It looks like JT. What up?
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So, quick question. Ryan's supposed to be fighting Teofimo?
In February, possibly. But first, he's got a November comeback with either Broner, Oscar Duarte,
Smart.
O'Hara Davies.
All right. Okay. All right.
My bad.
that was about to be my question. Answer, reply back to that because I'm glad he got a comeback fight because I wouldn't, as a boxing fan, I would love to see that fight, but as a boxing coach, I wouldn't want him to that to be his first fight. So we're gonna see how he do against maybe, I don't know about Broner, maybe another guy. Because Broner probably still could upset him, depending on what Broner we get. But another guy, yeah, absolutely. See what he learned from Derek James. I think about Ryan. Oh, that caller that called comparing him to Errol Spence, boxing league. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. Ryan he started boxing like 7 or 8 years old. He won a lot of multiple national champions. The only thing that made sense came out that got him out. Ryan does have a amateur style still, and I think that's where Derek James came in effect to slow him down, to catch better with his hands and stuff. Because Ryan did have a bad habit of throwing a lot of punches, with leaving his chin exposable, to be countered. But I would love to see Ryan what adjustments he made with Derek James in this fight. And then take the Teal fight. But I got Teofimo still beating Ryan. I just think Teal is on another level. skillfully or mentally. I think he could find holes in Ryan game again. But if we'd love to see what happened, because a lot of people shitting on Derrick James and stuff, talking about his high guard, he don't believe in head movement. Somebody a caller called in and said that bullshit yesterday. But I'd love to see how Ryan come back after this fight. I don't think Broner is a good idea, a fight for Ryan, because I think Broner still will beat Ryan. Uh, but another fighter coming in. What happened to Rolly? Because I thought Rolly was going to be a good fight. That would have been a real
Rolly
good
pulled
fight.
out medical
Okay, that would
injury.
have been good. See, that would have been a real good fight because Rolly got power, right? And if Ryan add a lot of defense to his game, I just think he could close the gap a little bit in in that fight. So, besides that, what was the other topic?
Just this. I mean, we talked about other stuff, but just random, nothing, you know.
Okay, nah, man. Nah, that's it. I guess though. I kind of punch into somebody said something stupid.
All right, all right.
I like that. If somebody says something stupid.
CYP.
Yo, yo.
Yo.
Let me light this motherfucker up. Hello, chats and haters and all of the above. Shout out to the dude that came on opening his gym, man. Much success to you. I know how hard that is, man. Keep that going. Sound like a real genuine dude. I actually like him and shit. Maybe I'll follow him on Instagram. Probably not. So I was thinking about Teofimo, right? And I like Teofimo. But I was thinking about guys like Josh Taylor and guys like Regis Prograis, from that 140 division that was supposed to be so good because Josh Taylor is such a great fighter because he was undisputed. But he lost to Tio, who moved up. And then Regis about to fight Devin and probably going to lose. That would literally make two dudes who were supposed to be such good fighters at 140 losing to guys smaller than them who moved up, which would play into my hands and my argument that some of y'all are lucky that they have so many weight classes because it allows you to be greater than you really are. We all know what Jack Catterall did to him. We know what Tio did to him, and I called it. One of the only ones on TVB calling that Tio was going to beat him and beat him easily because Josh Taylor is a B plus fighter. Regis Prograis is a B plus fighter. Ramirez is a B fighter, and Tio, Tank, and Devin and Shakur are A plus fighters, and they're better than them dudes. So I don't even know this whole using Josh to help Tio's resume. Really, it's going to backfire on y'all. It's going to backfire on y'all when you keep on trying to use those guys as stones to prove how good somebody else is. Remember, and this is from the TVV post that we saw on Instagram about who has a better resume, Tio or Tank. Remember, Leo had already been a 4-division champ, so you can't take that away from him. Pedraza already bounced back and became champ again. Josh Taylor on the downfall, right? Jose Ramirez ain't about, man, what the fuck you about to do? And then if Regis loses to a smaller dude, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. That was on the topic from the Facebook. Whatever the hell we talking about today, y'all gonna have to chime me back in with somebody sparks my interest because y'all ain't said nothing to get me interested yet. So somebody pissed me off so we can light this shit up again. CYP out.
All right.
Shout out to CYP. Yo, he sent me this video of the guys at Blue Wire of Cam and them, and they had Dame Lillard, and I'm sure he sent it to you also.
Who?
CYP last night.
I gotta check.
Yeah.
What? Instagram? Nah, he ain't sent it to me.
Oh, okay.
He don't fuck with me like that.
He don't fuck with you. Oh, why?
He only DM you, bro.
Oh, why? Adrian, what up, bro?
It's all good.
Hey, you living a dream like you guys, man. Boxing every day. Yeah, hey, shout out to that last guest you had, man.
Damn, nice.
But it's not your time. You know?
Hook up my boy Adrian. My bad, Adrian. That's his disrespect.
It's all good, Danny. It's all good, man. At least you ain't a Packers fan, right?
At least I ain't no Packers fan. You damn right.
But nah, for Ryan, I'd rather see him do a tune-up fight before T.O. I mean, unfortunately, I don't think Ryan can beat T.O., but I think they can make a lot of money and it'd be, a popular fight for the business of boxing. But I don't know how good that is long term for the business of Ryan Garcia. So I mean, make it make sense. I just feel like that's too dangerous of a fight for him right now. Let him get a couple wins, let him get his popularity back up, and then go run that. But another thing, man, is when y'all gonna send me my banner for my other gym, man? I got a banner in one gym, but I got a way bigger gym with more members, and I need a banner. I need something to put on the wall, man.
Yeah, I gotta do that, man. I'm sorry. I just been caught up. I think we have one here. If not, I gotta get another one made.
You know what I'm saying? The other gym's huge, man. I know you've seen some videos, so it can be as big as you want it to be. We're gonna put it up.
Appreciate it. I got you.
You should find a local Milwaukee graffiti artist.
Nah.
And
I was never into that.
really?
That's why that's why ours is not in
brother,
bones. He wanted us to
we're
do that.
actually
I don't
putting
like
a
that.
tattoo shop. We're actually putting a tattoo shop in our gym.
Oh,
and the guy who
wow.
does the tattoos is also an artist. It's gonna cost me a little money, but I plan on getting the boxing area painted with all the old school boxers and all that, you know, portraits and everything. But you know, that's all coming, man. That costs a lot of money. It's
sure,
cosmetic. So we got to make sure the membership and all the other money's coming in before we start to do that. But we definitely putting up pictures and banners, and you know, I got some of my other stuff left over from the Border Wars. We framed all the ring cards with the people that signed them and whatnot. So you know, a little piece of that's gonna be there anyway. So we're just trying to dress it up. I just wanted to make sure I get the little TBV banner, so I can put it up in there, and you know, you guys can be immortalized in our gym.
Nah, appreciate it, champ. I got
Well,
you.
all right, brothers. That's all I really got on the boxing tip. But next, man, hit me up personally, man. I want to talk to you about some business
Just
stuff,
call
man.
me.
So
Just
hit
call me
up when
after the
you-
show. I know you called yesterday. My
All right.
bad. I'll be having this shit on Do Not Disturb, so double down if I
All
miss it.
day.
All day. It's too many notifications. I can't even play a game of chess. Shit always coming over the top. Can't listen to music. Shit stopping my music. Nigga, I gotta have it on Do Not Disturb. Shit retarded. It don't make sense. Cliff. Counterpunch.
But yo, let you not reply within 30 seconds, and that's a triple text you, quadruple text you. I be
Danny don't
looking at
reply,
this
period.
shit.
Don't act like
Bro,
Danny.
I be looking at this shit, putting question marks on all
No,
this shit. Like,
that's
fuck,
exactly what he be
fuck
doing.
you mean,
Looking
bro?
and not
Like,
answering.
what?
Go ahead,
Chill
Cliff.
your ass out.
Why you taking that man counterpunch?
Cliff, what up, bro?
Yo, if we bleed, if I lose if I'm finished by my time, just bleed into my free call. Yo, I was in a doctor, so I didn't get to really hear that disagreement you was having. But was y'all saying that hypothetically he said some shit like Shakur didn't take the fight because it could be more money down the road, or why would he take the fight if there's more money down the road? Was that like the point to y'all conversation?
That was part of it. He said that. He said that and added the word hypothetical, and he said, why would I take $8 million hypothetically if the fight gonna be worth 18 million or 16 million, whatever the fuck he said later.
What was that the issue? Was that the problem?
No, the problem was that he said we would be such a bigger platform if I was unbiased. And I said, how was I biased? He said, well, you knew some shit was said on here and you let people run with it. I'm like, I can't stop motherfuckers from.
Yeah, that part, what was said that shouldn't have been ran with? Like, what was said that became the problem?
His entire hypothetical story about why Shakur didn't take the money.
So, but why would that be a problem if just
because
on
of who he
$1 million
is? Because of who he
Shakur
is.
said the same thing.
Well, Shakur didn't
Why
give a
does it
number.
matter? What?
Shakur didn't give a number. He shot that hypothetical down on $1 million worth of game.
Oh, the number is the problem because the scenario Shakur doubled down on it $1 million worth of game by saying he was like, "Yo, Devin need to take the fight now because if Devin take the fight later, Devin is looking risky and shaky in his fight. So why not take it now? Because he's vulnerable." He basically said that. So if he said that, basically the scenario is still true. Like,
What?
No, actually, that no. That's the reverse. Shakur was actually saying take the fight now.
Yeah, but it
Yeah,
wasn't.
matter of fact,
But
yeah,
think
nah.
about it. Think about it, Cliff. Shakur saying take the fight now, but it was Shakur that had to take the offer. He never countered. He never said, "Yo, Dev, you
I
tripping? 25% is too small. Let's do 30." He instead went to the WBC and asked for 50-50. So Dev dropped the belt.
know what? Nah, all right. I'm gonna leave that alone because I didn't understand what was going on, so I'm not even making no sense. So let's
Word,
get to the
Cliff.
TO. Let's get to the T. At least, I mean, at least I ain't gonna sit here and try to push some bullshit that don't even make sense. I see. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So let's move on. Everybody was talking the Tank, right? I mean, everybody was calling in saying Fats was corny because he don't break down boxing. He just say what he say and move on. Yo, this is a casual topic. Everybody should be able to give a reason why they think Ryan can't beat Tio, like a boxing reason, not I want him to get a warm up fight or
Shots at
nobody's not
JT.
giving somebody. So I'm here to give my reason why I think that y'all sleeping on Ryan just a little bit. I still pick Tio, but I feel like in that Tank Ryan fight, we didn't really get to see nothing from Ryan because Tank's game plan was so masterful and he executed it so great. We didn't get to see what Ryan would do in what he could do in a boxing match versus one of them top dogs because Tank literally did not swing for a long time, and when he only swung a few times in that fight, nobody could beat Ryan the way Tank did. No, Tio, Tevin, none of them are gonna go in there with that game plan and be able to execute it and kill him with a one punch shot like in the 6th round. Like nobody's not gonna throw 4 or 5 punches around and then close them like that. So if Tio fights him, it's going to be more value. It's going to be more punches. It's going to be more active. And we don't know how Ryan's gonna look like that. And we know Ryan has that knockout power. And if you get caught slipping and Tio does get hit, Ryan could sleep him. So I think it could be a good fight. Tio should be favored. He should have the edge. But just don't sleep on Ryan. And Ryan is learning from his mistakes. Or at least it looks like he's attempting to learn from his mistakes. So Ryan might shock you and give a way more competitive fight, or he might even win.
Yo,
but,
what's your indication that he's learning?
What happened?
What's your indication that he's learning from his mistakes? Just hiring Derek James is enough for you? That's what you're saying?
I said it like this though. I said he's learning, or he's at least attempting to learn. So basically, my indication that he's learning is the fact that he's attempting to learn. Like, if you're gonna change your
I know, but that's what you're
and,
saying. You getting that information based off him changing his trainer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's. I mean, we don't know what he's doing behind closed doors, but because he's did that, that means that's the first step in the right direction, is admitting that you got a problem, right? So maybe he's doing what he's supposed to. Maybe he'll go in there and
Alcoholics
do what
Anonymous?
he always did.
Yeah, I was just joking. You probably ain't even hear me. Cause you said the first step. You said the first step is admitting you got a problem. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? Alcoholics Anonymous?
Yeah, but it's
No, it definitely fit. Definitely fit. Cliff, appreciate you, champ.
Yeah, that's it. All right.
All right, my boy. Ness, you alright over there, brother? Give me some water.
Yeah, I'm straight. Little coffee cough. You feel me? Shout out to Hardin. We appreciate you. We back in Hardin this Saturday for another live fight chat.
And guess what, Ness?
What's up?
So I'm starting a live chat early, right? Because it's a big weekend this weekend in college. So a lot of people have been asking. So I'm gonna do a college football live chat before we get kicked off for the Big Bang Zang and Joe Joyce rematch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shout out to TB.
Yeah.
Who next?
We got Jay Billy back.
So why I get down?
I'm guessing on the counterpunch.
Jay Billy.
Yes, sir. Hey,
What?
which one of the twins was it that just called back in and said he doesn't know what I was talking about with Errol? Is that JT or J
Yeah,
Mac?
JT.
So this is what I meant, JT. This is why I compared them. So Ryan and Errol, they're the type of fighters that rely on their physical attributes instead of skill to win fights for the most part. Also, another one with them is Wilder. Y'all see where I'm going with that?
Yeah.
Like with Ryan, it's the speed. With Earl, it's the bully and the strength. With Wilder, it's the power. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to take anything from Errol. I feel like he's an elite fighter. You know what I'm saying? You can't not have skill and be able to fight that good on the inside. We saw that against Porter. That's how he knocked him down. But when he goes against fighters like Bud and Spence, he's going to get exposed because that skill level isn't up to par with them. Just like we seen with Ryan against Tank. And I think it will be the same way with Ryan against Tio. I'm not trying to downplay Earl. Like I've been saying, Bud and Earl are still my top two fighters. At the end of the day, those that's still 1 and 2. But I'm not gonna lie about it. You feel me? He still has some basicness in him, even though he's a great champion. You feel me? He still has some flaws. And you know,
Yeah, I mean,
I
it
just
ain't a
call it like I
sin.
see it.
It ain't a sin to say that he's basic because that's what people were saying before he lost. They was like, yo, Earl mastered the basics. You know? Earl mastered the he's
Exactly.
so good at the fundamentals. So it's like, don't take it away now.
Facts. Yeah, that's all I was saying. You know, I wasn't trying to compare them in any other type of way, but they use their physical attributes more than skill. So you know, that's all I had. I'll tie back in though.
Appreciate you, champ.
Who we got?
We got Jay's fight party.
Damn. Where's that? Where's
Where's
going
that?
down
I
at?
don't know, but it's.
Oh, I think that's the dudes from the UK, right?
Is it? Jay's fight party.
You gotta
Unmute on Twitter Spaces. What up?
Yo, what up? What up, Ness? What up, Danny?
Oh, definitely not from the
Listen,
UK. What up?
check this out. So the Ryan and Teo fight in February, right? And they get a tune-up.
That's what it's looking like. It's not official. We don't want to act like we
Right.
reporting that it's official.
Yeah. So he allegedly gets a tune-up in November, right?
Yeah.
So out of that, like, I think Broner would be the best tune-up for him to fight Teo. You know what I'm saying? Because of the styles they match up. Like, they both flat-footed fighters. Like, you get what I'm saying? So I think Ryan, he do better with flat-footed fighters. Tank was on the move like that whole fight, so he wasn't able to settle in. Like, and Teo's a flat-footed fighter, so I feel like Ryan going to do pretty good against him. Probably can knock him out because we already seen that Teo can be hurt. You know what I'm saying? In the Cambosis fight. So where everybody's sleeping on Ryan, he don't have to be super skilled because Teo is a flat-footed fighter and it plays right into his hands. That's my opinion on that. You know what I'm saying?
And he got the tape. You know, there's tape of Camboso showing how to beat him, regardless of the lungs or whatever illness. You know, there were mistakes made that they can see
Right.
on camera and try to, capitalize on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, and you know, Ryan Garcia got that equalizer, that one-hitter quitter. Like, he really cracked. So T.O. can't be taking no punches from Ryan. Like, if he take a clean shot, he could go to sleep. Like, and that's what I'm betting on. I'm betting Ryan for the knockout.
I mean,
You know what I'm
he
saying?
did
Mid
wait,
round.
but he got up from the Sandor punches and the Cambosis. I mean, knockout was a bit of a stretch. I get it. Maybe it's because you feel like Ryan just has more power than them dudes.
Yeah, exactly. Ryan showed that he got knockout power. Like,
He did.
those
The
dudes that
Fortuna.
knock.
For me, it was the
Yeah, those
Fortuna
dudes.
fight.
And he lightning quick. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
And T.O., he has those lapses in the fights where as though he get caught clean. Like, same thing happened in the Lomachenko fight, Cambosis, Sandor Martin. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm betting Ryan for the knockout mid rounds, like 6-7.
Damn,
You know what I
that
mean?
early. Not even late.
Yeah, because that's when T.O. get caught like early. Like he get caught early in the fights. Like, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's my call. Y'all man, keep doing y'all thing. Salute.
Nah, appreciate you, man. Jay's fight party. That was a good call. There you go. Somebody wanted them to say, why would Ryan win? He done broke that down nicely. We got Brandon, Cincinnati. What up?
The people's champ.
Ha, look at Jay Billy said, nah, meet up at Border Wars, goofy. I love it, man. We got Danny, you gonna have to do something, man. We need the
What?
CEO Danny. We need the CEO, bro.
In a fight?
When you did the last event, it was a success.
So,
We need a
yeah.
Border Wars. Look, they calling for it. Look, where is Border Wars? What's up, man? Let me go
I
back.
got the spot.
TB. Oh, the last one, right?
Nah,
or this one we just went to.
Nah, this one we just went to, bro.
But then we gotta get a ring.
Yeah, but bro,
that's like 1,500 alone, and the time it take to build and break down. Brandon's gone. Pop, 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 pop.
Yo,
pop, 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 pop.
Yo, what's good? All right.
We hear you.
Shit. Yo, Danny. First off, to get you out the way, I know it's a boxing show. Let me know. I'm taking Notre Dame this week. Money line or the spread. Which one?
Yo, stop eating the potato chips, bro. We hear all that shit.
Nah, my bad, bro. I'm working, bro. I'm opening packages. My bad.
Nah, you good. You good. If it's work, it's work. We understand.
Nah, for sure. But Danny, who you rocking with this week? Oh, I know who you rocking with, but should I rock with y'all or not?
I mean, you know, my money's on the spread. You know, I got my boys to cover, so.
Nah, me too. I think so too. I've been saying it all year, you know. But you know who I'm rocking with? LSU down here. But anyway, that's besides the point. Nuts.
Yeah.
I think Ryan could knock out T.O. just because of like really of like what like the last caller said. And another thing I wanted to talk about, I think what Dude was saying about Errol Spence, I think it's the opposite. I think Errol Spence kind of limited because of his like physical ability. Like, he's not like as athletic as like other like fighters and stuff like that. So like even though like he basic, but like it's still a skill to master like fundamentals. That's like Tim Duncan. Like he wasn't athletic, but he was a skill for him to be Mr. Fundamental. Like he still got to master the fundamentals. That's still part of the game. Just because he's not like as fast as other people, I don't think that means he's not like, you know what I mean? Like I think just because he uses his basics, I don't think that means like he bullying people. I think it's still a skill to master like the fundamentals. Like it's still a skill, if that makes sense. What you think about that? Yep.
I didn't hear you.
Yeah. So what you think about that, though, Nuts? You agree with that, or?
Well, that's what I said. I didn't hear you.
Oh, my bad. You hear me right now?
Yes.
All right. I was saying with Earl. I was saying like I think even though he basic, he still had to master the fundamentals. Like so, like when Dude was talking about physical ability,
You said he
I
hasn't
think Earl the
mastered
exact
it?
opposite.
You said has not
So,
mastered it?
No. He has, and I think that's a skill in itself to learn the fundamentals of a sport and master those fundamentals.
That's what I
I
had
don't,
said. I said it's not fair to call him basic because before the laws, we used to say how he mastered the fun. I literally said that.
Right.
Oh no, I'm not going at you. I was talking about the caller. I heard you say that too.
No. I know you ain't going at me. I'm just saying I agree with you. I agree. Like, you know, he's good at what he does. You know, it's nothing wrong with that.
Well, fact, because that's all part of the sport in itself. So you gotta have something to master that. But no, I appreciate that, dude, bro. Danny, I'm rocking with y'all, bro. Appreciate it.
My God, appreciate you.
All right. Let me get to super chats, which we didn't even get to. Average boxing fan, once again, first super chat of the day. You said that?
Nah.
Venado had diarrhea while boxing Joette with a 4-week camp. Is that reported?
I don't know, but I'm finna look into it. I'm finna
The
text.
fuck? Did he shit on himself in the fight? Because I watched that fight. Didn't we watch that fight?
Of course.
I ain't see nothing like
You
that.
know who I'm finna hit up.
Oh, yeah. We got Neil Loris, $5. Who is Farmer fighting? I got my tickets to that fight. His name is, let me see if I take down the box rec, because I had looked it up. I had looked it up when he said it. And yeah, I took it down. Let me see.
While you pull that up, Marketing Guru $5 says, "Here's a question: Does Ryan bring in more hardcores or casuals, in your opinion? And does it affect who he chooses to fight based on perception?"
Huh? I mean, does he bring in more hardcores or casuals? He
I
brings
think
in casuals.
And he said, "Does that affect who he chooses to fight based on perception?" I feel like because he
he
brings
going
in
for
more
the biggest
casuals.
anyway. He's just going for the biggest. You know what I mean? That's what it's looking like. Um, it's wild though that he rather fight Tio than Devin. But I guess it's because he got that loss, so it's like he got the loss, but he got the win with Taylor, so he's credible enough. But we see the loophole. We
He's
have
more
the
beatable.
not that he's more beatable, but I guess I could see in my eyes, like if I had to fight Tio, if I had to pick, I probably would pick the dude that lost too, because there's a
blueprint.
Exactly. Who is Farmer fight? We've said that. $5 for Marketing Guru. Here's my Marketing Guru. Hit me up. I'm sorry. We got to talk. You sent me the
Nah, I
email.
read that. The Pullout Bandit. Whoa.
Huh?
Wouldn't it make more sense for Ryan to acquire the WBA first, then try to unify with T.O.?
So that's what he's trying to do, right? He wanted to fight Rolly. That was gonna happen. O'Hara Davies stepped in, WBA stepped in, Rolly pulled out in the sense that he's trying to get like super champion status or champion in recess status by claiming an injury that he hasn't provided proof for. So it looks like the WBA is going to move on and O'Hara's going to fight for the vacant versus Ryan, quite possibly. If they don't do that, then Ryan fights either, the Broners, the Duartes of the world. But that has been the rumor that it could be O'Hara Davies versus Ryan for the vacant title. Tevin with the $10. Chavez Sr. was a fundamental fighter, and it worked out pretty well for him. Good thing you brought up Chavez. One of our historians heard the show yesterday and said, I agree, Canelo surpasses Chavez, but please allow me to really break down Chavez's resume. Good and big wins. Hector Camacho, which is a Hall of Famer. Meldrick Taylor, which is a gold medalist and a 2-division champion. Greg Haugen. Jose Luis Ramirez, Hall of Famer. Edwin Rosario, Hall of Famer. Rocky Lockridge. Juan Laporte. Lonnie Smith. Joey Gamach, which was a former champ, no? Frankie Randall, also former champ, no?
Jay Boogie, the fight ain't happened, yes.
Roger Mayweather, Ruben Castillo, Rafael Limon, Alberto Cortez, Angel Hernandez, Ivan Robinson. And then he's got losses to two-time Hall of Famer. You can't say two-time Hall of Famer. He's got 2 losses, to Oscar De La Hoya, who's a Hall of Famer, Frankie Randall, Pernell Whitaker, Hall of Famer, Costa Zoo, Hall of Famer. But Chavez did fight a lot of taco truck driver owners, but he did beat a lot of good fighters and some great fighters.
He did.
He did. Jay Billy. Lester didn't fight. He's not on today's card on ProBox Wednesday night boxing on ProBox. Get the app, $2. I make nothing, no commission, no kickbacks. They don't even promote me, but I promote boxing, and $2 for their app ain't bad. Even though you can watch it on YouTube, but not the main event. I think they do everything but the main event. Yeah, that's pretty weird. Jay Billy, you there?
I mean, give you a reason to entice you to want to pay.
Word.
Yo, did you ever hit your boy up?
Who's my boy?
Lonnie B.
Yeah, you seen what he said?
Man, I'm hearing this cat.
Damn. I mean, look, he probably seen dudes like us telling him that wasn't no joke of a fight. Then, as he started training, more people started saying like, "Yo, nah,
Nah,
so
bro.
and so sparred him."
I heard he, he just couldn't make that weight.
I mean, big ass cut, bro, big ass cut. But this, it's you can't blame him to ask a man to stay within fight shape for 4 years. And yeah, you can blame him. I know, because Danny's counter would be, yo, but this is why I told him fight anybody, and he's right. If he would have fought anybody, he'd have been closer to
Bro,
weight.
look, and then I just ain't even want to press the issue because of how bad it looked. But when we had him on the show, he told us, "Oh yeah, they told me about the fight, and I waited 3 weeks to start training for the fight." And I'm like, "All right, so what you gonna do?"
So
If
Matchroom
I'm being
found.
told it might get rescheduled though.
I hope.
You know.
He needs that, bro.
So
He needs that, and Lester needs that. They need each other at this moment.
yeah, I do think that it would be good for the both of them, Lester as much as Lonnie.
So this is Conor Ben's opponent, Rodolfo Orozco.
From
He's-
Sinaloa, Mexico.
Come on, man. You can say that like the announcers. I love the way. I think it's Lupus Contreras.
6'1", 24 years old, Orthodox fighter. They call him Sinaloita.
Sinaloita.
And he is from Sinaloa, as I said.
Desde Sinaloa, Mexico. Jay Billy, you alive?
Damn, why they fighting in the chat, bro? Stop the violence. Stop the violence.
Jay Billy got a bad connection. Moving on to CW. Hardcore shit.
Hardcore. Stop the violence.
Yo, how the audio?
Yo,
straight.
Straight, that's what's up, man. Shout out TBV. Smash that like button. It's free. Do something with yourself. Man, it just don't matter, Ness and Danny, how good the boxing eye is, how much of a hardcore you is. Sometimes, as humans, we're not perfect. Still going to say outlandish things. That's what makes the show beautiful, man. That's what makes the show special. And people still gonna say outlandish things about Ryan Garcia. So you're still gonna have disbelief. You're still gonna have people you have to turn into believers. Even with his pedigree. I recall going to the back call, man, and having to fight to stay on the back call because they were trying to keep me off because I said Inoue was a pound for pound top fighter, top 10 last year, 2 years ago, before he showed it with Fulton. They would be like, okay, how many people? Who the champions he beat? Who he fought? Ask for 3 names. I give you 3 right off the top. Rodriguez, um, you know, Maloney, and then the guy Donnell. 3 right there. But people still didn't believe it. So sometimes you still have to show and prove. Everybody seemed like they was born in Missouri sometimes. They got to be showed. Even though this man that went 3-3 with Devin and the amateurs to show he got the pedigree. He got the pop to change your life. So I don't know why the disbelief. Maybe because he gets so much credit when he don't deserve it. I guess not yet, or maybe because he a prima donna. Maybe because he got the clout and he hasn't been a champion that people hate on him. Maybe because he got the GNC or whichever the truck company. Maybe because he got the tequila. Maybe because he got Gatorade. I don't know why he get the hate that he get, but I fuck with Ryan, man. I think Ryan would be a champion, like I told everybody on the back call. If you don't think so, look at the landscape, look at the rankings, check out TBV rankings. They keep them updated. Just look at the belt rankings. He's high, and with the name that he is, with the profile that he has, and the talent he will be a champion. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. We can go through the list right now, and I don't see him beating. I don't see him beating Sabril, but I don't see Devin beating Sabril either. I can see him beating T.O. maybe. But I would like to see him get 2 fights. I would like to see him fight Montana Love. I would like to see him fight, the fight that he's slated to fight, and then the Montana Love or Rolly, and build up to the T.O.
Montana did post like a day ago getting that itch again. So I
Right.
don't know if that means he got the fight. But remember, he was trying to
Man.
get the Ryan fight about a month ago when he pulled out the Richardson Hitchens fight.
Yep, I got that fight for him. I think he'll win that. Maybe you move up Tevin Farmer to 140, and that's a name.
Yeah, I mean,
the options are limited.
you kind of still in my idea, but that's okay. And that is the bell. But like that was my idea. I told Ryan the way back to a Tank rematch is to become the African American destroyer. As a Mexican, he can do it. Roger Mayweather, give him the name. What was his nickname?
Roger?
That was his first name.
No, Roger was the Black Mamba. And then Jeff was Jazzy Jeff.
And how Roger used to come into the ring. That Black Mamba outfit was what? Mexican outfit, right? But with all different colors. He always wore the sombrero, didn't he? Oh, you don't know?
Yeah,
I feel like I've seen him wear the sombrero multiple times.
I'm sure you're right.
Maybe I'm wrong. Shit. David Maldonado, calling my historian. So Danny said the line is changing. Let me see.
I mean, you know that
Not
all
for
that
me.
means.
Not for me.
Okay,
Not
it
for
didn't
me.
change at all.
Jay Billy.
At all?
Not for me.
Oh, why?
Let me see. Open bet.
Damn, Jay Billy back again?
It
He
got
back again?
worse. No, it got if I caught it at 125 and it's 135.
Oh no, you.
I got it better,
You
right?
got it better,
I got you, Jay Billy.
Yo, yes sir, yes sir. Hey, bro, do y'all know Marvelous? Do y'all know Marvelous with the boxing glove in the chat?
Marvelous. I don't know.
Do y'all know Marvelous?
Oh
Has
yeah,
he
in the
ever
chat,
called in?
yeah. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
Has he ever called in?
I don't
Bro,
know.
nobody knows what you sound like. You're probably a little kid behind the keyboard doing all this talking. If you want something with me, call in and say that. We grown men. I'm gonna show you that. I don't do no keyboard typing, man. I ain't no keyboard warrior. Mac Banks, Marvelous, call in. Are y'all grown men? If y'all not grown men, don't call in. If y'all some kids, don't call in. You know what I'm saying? Because if you want that, I will give that to you. You can get that. I'm telling you, you don't want it. So if you keep on doing this in this chat and people keep on hyping you up, that shows that y'all bitches. So if you want it, call in. If you don't, keep on going in the chat. Chat something right now. Because I ain't no back and forth over keyboard, bruh. We can really do that. I'm telling you. Like you don't, bruh. You don't know nobody on these phones. You don't know nobody behind the chat. I'm 26 and I know this. I know you about 35, 40, 50, bro. You don't want this work. I swear to God, man. I promise to God. Stay in your lane, man. Do you hear this? You don't want this work from this young dude, man. If you do call in, please, I will gladly pay my fee and your fee for Border Wars. You too, Mac Banks. Hey, Fast, they was talking shit about you too, bro. We can do a little tag team. I don't know what you want to do, but we can do it. I don't know what you want to do, but we can do it. I swear to God. You feel me? Oh, he quiet now. Where he at, Tip? Tip, where he at? Find him, Tip. He gone now. Whoa. This man is old. We don't know what you sound like. Mac Banks, we don't know what you sound like. We know my voice. I'm here 10 toes. Like, what you trying to do? Because you're not trying to do that. So stop talking in the chat like you know people just from a phone call and talking in the chat. That's the problem with y'all. Talking about you 25, 26. Bro, if you 25, 26 talking in the chat, bro, you bitch made, even if you older. But I give a little grace to the older dudes. But bro, if you really like that, bottom line, call in. We can do the border wars. I'll pay for me. I'll pay for you. I'll pay for Mac Banks. I'll pay for Fats. We can all get this shit cracking. I swear to God, bro. But yeah, shout out to the boxing boys. I fuck with y'all, man. I just don't fuck with these bitches in the chat that be doing all this shit because they really don't want it, man. You really don't. CYP Jr., what else are you saying, bro? Marvelous, say the right thing. Say you want this, bro. Say you want this. Can y'all call him out if he say he don't want this? I know y'all not because y'all some squares too. But I'm not. So call in if you want it. Mac Banks, Marvelous, I'm out.
Okay.
Border War is gonna be some crazy.
Yo, so it was what I thought it was. Danny out here making me look bad as a co-host.
What up?
It's Executioner. And Pacquiao also got the name Executioner, but denounced it, saying, he didn't like the nickname, that he prefers
It
Pac
feel like
Man.
it's your time.
But being
it's
a
not your time.
Executioner comes from your dominance over Mexican fighters.
Mm.
So I want Ryan to do the opposite. You beat on Montana Love, you beat on Adrian Broner, and there's no way you can't get a Tank rematch in the eyes of the community, the culture. It's like, oh, he out here beating up all the, African American fighters. That's Ryan's get back. I would throw Tevin in there too. 3 of them straight. All pay-per-view too. I promise you.
Damn.
I promise you he gonna sell them.
He said, I'm going to throw Tevin in there too.
Yeah, all three. All three. All three. You know what I'm saying? And then go with that. Run with that. What do we call it? The Black Executioner? He got to run with that. Like, that's what it got to be. He got to be doing interviews like, Tank could run, he could hide, but I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get on your Club of Lane shit. Sell that shit. Sell that shit. Yeah. He said Ned's going to get that boy hurt. How? He can't beat them 3 names. If he can't beat them 3 names, he got a problem. You know what I'm saying? He got a problem. Like, even if Tevin is his toughest fight because of the skill, he can't match him in the power. Montana, we seen he could match him in the power because we've seen Montana dig deep in them spawn sessions with Erickson Lubin, but not in the fight. Q from North.
You hear me?
The Black Destroyer.
Hey, yo, y'all got some weird calls that's calling in today, yo. Especially the ones that's like associated with other fighters. Like how I don't know who's that's associated with Ryan, but he basically banking on T.O. not being 100%. He ain't never say 100% for 100%. I still got Ryan. This whole shit is just, well, you never know what T.O. gonna get. That's plain as hell. I wouldn't want somebody that's supposed to be calling and down for me saying, oh, the only way I might win pretty much is if the other fighter don't come in 100%. That shit going. Oh, my bad. I'm on a front.
You breaking up a little bit too. I don't know if it's the Bluetooth or you just running laps.
Nah, I was running. I'm walking. I stopped around walking now, but yeah, I'm out now real quick. But yeah, that's corny as hell. Other dude that was associated with Shakur or not, whatever, just shut the fuck up. If my pops is in business, I'm not speaking on his business. Nobody he do business with, or none of that in no hypothetical circumstance. That's stupid. Like just that shit don't make no sense at all. So he wouldn't be now. He's trying to come and clear it up, but he would never be in a situation if he wasn't speaking on somebody else's business that he associated with, because you're gonna think he got an inside that nobody else got because that's his pops, or his pops fuck with people like this. Shut the fuck up. Like, don't do that. Then you won't be in a situation where you gotta call in trying to clear it up and all of that. Like, PBC fighters don't really be having these issues, I guess, because they get that grown man shit from Al Heyman that it's like, shut the fuck up. But it's like other people that be associated with fighters just love the opportunity when a microphone and the camera get in their face to just fucking talk. Like some of the niggas that's associated with Crawford, like motherfuckers don't box. They not promoters. They not managers. They just know somebody that knows somebody, and then they just can't stop running their fucking mouth. Like some people just need to shut the fuck up unless you actually doing business and your word is actually credible and you saying some real shit. Like, but outside of that though, as far as like the actual fight, Ryan and Tio, I got that shit 50-50. I know people probably think I'm crazy, but I got that shit 50-50 only not because he might not be 100% or whatever the case may be. But Tio be doing all that jumping, leaping, moving his feet shit. He can't do that against somebody who got lightning fast hands because he might fuck around and get slept. Like, So I got that fight 50-50 because I think both of them be undisciplined, relying on their athleticism, and just whoever get that shit off the most. I definitely think Tio better, but just based on like the way he fight undisciplined, he rely on his athleticism, and Ryan do the same shit. And it's like whoever's just in that right spot at the right time gonna fuck around and get that knockout. I definitely think that fight ended in a knockout because even though Tio got up, he definitely get put down. Like and get put down, put to sleep. Well, he ain't never get put to sleep, but he could get stopped from getting dropped. So I got that shit a 50-50 fight. But to all these motherfuckers that's associated with these fighters, yo, if you ain't the motherfucker that's doing the business, that's in the rooms, making the negotiations, you make your fighters look bad. Now Shakur got to be on $1 million worth of game defending some $8 million number at this silly motherfucker that wasn't in the room, hypothetically said, shut the fuck up. That's it, though. That's my call.
All right, champ. Appreciate the call. We got a counterpunch from Yoko.
Everybody just be happy.
Happy about?
You know, just be happy. Just be positive and happy. Not yell
Hey,
at
that's
each
Dan, yo,
other.
can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Hey, that nigga that just called in, funny as hell, so I shut the fuck up. I just really called this Yoko. I just came in this bitch to tell y'all, to ask y'all, a couple last callers a little questionable. T.O. is flat-footed? Y'all think T.O.'s flat-footed?
I mean, he got that wide
I wouldn't
stance. You know, he
necessarily.
always ready for a power punch, yo. I mean, I can see why
Right,
someone call him flat-footed. He definitely wide, and he
right.
ain't moving like Thurman and Devin.
When I think of flat-footed, I think of fighters like Ryan, Earl, or like just the plain basic Mexican that's trying to sit there and walk you down. Flat, I don't really. You get what I'm saying? You know where I'm going with that?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that Ryan flat-footed. Ryan moved in the Campbell
You don't
fight,
think
didn't he?
Ryan flat-footed?
I mean, he jumps out. I think he jumps out.
Straight back.
It's straight back, but that's literally the definition of not being flat-footed. You springing out.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
flat-footed
So when
would
you
be
think of flat-footed,
flat-footed
what
be with
fighters you think of?
flat-footed would be one step back at a time. My man is like, he's jumping out, right? No, that's whack. Danny looking at me like
So
I'm
what flat?
crazy.
Bro,
That's
because
what I'm
I'm
saying.
like,
Like,
that's
you get what
one
I'm saying, Danny?
situation. Like, what about the rest of the fucking fight? Like, what about when
But
he
think
ain't
about
moving straight
Exactly.
back?
think about the to-go fight. You can't say that he flat-footed. He just didn't cut the ring off, but he was
Man,
circling him. He was moving.
I mean, yeah, he was
man.
walking in circles is what he was doing.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Motherfucker,
he
bro,
flat-footed, bro.
he ain't cut that ring off not one time on Jesus Christ. That
But
dude
that's
to
only
go was talking mad shit. He said he was gonna do the
Yeah,
drunken master and all this other shit. He
yeah.
ain't do it, but he was
He's
talking mad
flat-footed,
shit.
dog. Hey, Ness, let me get my free call too,
for
Ness.
sure.
But what I'm saying is, when I think of flat-footed, what y'all think of flat-footed fighters? Like, who y'all would say? Give me 3 or 2.
I
You
mean,
know?
certainly Earl.
Okay. Like I said.
Um, oh fuck.
Brandon Rios.
Damn, that's old though. I was trying to find somebody active. I
Yeah, you
mean,
wild. Let's
Joe
find
Joyce.
somebody active.
Joe
Joe
Joyce
Joyce. Joe
is
Joyce.
flat-footed.
Okay. I'm just saying, I think T.O. can sit in the category of a tiny
Valdez.
bit elusive. Valdez flat-footed, yeah. You know what I mean? I think T.O.'s a tiny bit elusive. He's quick. His agility is nice. He really can move around the ring if he really like in the last fight with John Teller when he started putting it on him. You start seeing more of his footwork, the way he was in and out. I mean, T.O. be on bullshit sometimes with them jumping punches and all that fancy bullshit. But at the same time, I don't really think T.O. is flat-footed. Like, I wouldn't call him flat-footed.
Nah, I hear you.
You feel me?
I think I would lean to T. He's so wide. Then he in that shoulder roll, his feet spread out. He want to be like this. Yeah, I think he might be flat-footed. I mean, maybe he's flat-footed with agility because he could do backflips and shit.
Okay. Okay. So maybe we can say that. But if we gonna say T.O. flat-footed, Ryan's flat-footed. You see, Danny just looked at you like you crazy.
Yeah, Danny always looking at me like I'm crazy. He terrible. I be trying
Hey,
to
I got one more
explain
last.
shit. He just be laughing at me.
Nah, like the
Hey,
way
I
you
got one more.
explained it was
I got two more
hilarious.
things.
Go for it.
And I got two more things to say. I think Brandon from Cincinnati, I'm nominating him for Caller of the Year. I think every time he come in to call in this bitch, respect man to man, that nigga, he really know his shit about boxing. Every time he call in here, I don't really think I heard him be saying too much bullshit. So respect to it. That's the dude that be like protecting mental health, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, him. I think he should be Caller of the Year. And also, I got one last question for you. I seen this thing on Twitter. I want to know what y'all think about this thing that we talk about feet still. Y'all think Shakur flat-footed?
Do I think Shakur?
No.
Hell no.
How? My man
Okay.
uses the ring.
No, I seen it on Twitter. I think when people think of flat-footed, sometimes people just think of people's feet being like on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
not just like on their
Yes.
toes at the time. You know what I mean? But it's not really
Yes.
that to me at the time.
Yes. I think that is a true assessment and a big misconception.
Exactly. That's all I had to say though, yeah, man. Yoko out of here, yo.
Stay safe on the road, champ. I hear that truck. Salute to all my truck drivers. Which is the perfect time to tell you about these Hibernation 5s. They're Bluetooth headphones, so you can
Kenichi
Bluetooth.
Biz.
You can connect via Bluetooth to your iPhone, right? If you're going to call in, you could connect the detachable and attachable mic. That's the beauty. You know, CYP, Call of the Year 4 times, 3 times, he uses those. And they just got the pre-orders for the black ones. If you want to go black, remember Tank was the only one with the black ones. Now they out and available for pre-order for anybody that want to snatch those up. We got Caesar in Vegas. Ah.
Yo, how's my audio?
Straight. Caesar, how are you, man? It's been a
Okay.
minute, bro. I feel like you've been gone for like 3 months.
I have been, man. There's a whole lot been going on, you know.
Everything
But
final
it's
though?
life. It's life. Yeah,
Damn.
you know, just
So
every
you
now
so
and
you
then
happy?
you hit a little bump in the road. Huh?
I said, I mean, if you play, if you fast enough, you read in between the lines. I said, is everything final? And if you said yes, then I said, are you happy?
Uh, we can talk about that another time.
Okay. So
Yo,
shit changed, huh?
a lot of things changed, but you know what's going on. You know what's up.
Yeah.
But hey, divorce is final this week.
What?
Since you're asking.
Man,
And
I'm over here talking between the lines, and my man comes out and says it. So then the next answer I need is you happy? Because that was the first answer. That was the first question. Like, is it final? Now he says divorce is final next week. So then my second question was, are you happy?
oh shit, man. Well, I guess you can hear me, but I can't hear you that well.
What?
Let me. Hello?
Yeah.
My bad.
Okay. I was worried that you
Yo,
didn't hear me.
no, we're good. Everything's good. You know, everything's good. I've been meaning to go back to the gym. I know. I stopped by the car wash that Coach Gills did the other day. Helped out, you know, support the team. And I want to give a shout out to Yadira Bustillos. You know, she's got a fight this weekend, so y'all look out for that.
She's on the
Marv
Marv
Nation.
Nation, right?
Just got signed.
That's right. Yeah, she's the co-main on the Marv Nation card. So, you know, if you're a boxing head, check that card out. It's going to be dope. She's next up, man. She's doing good things. But on the topic, I'm excited to see Ryan back, you know, against T. I mean, obviously, if he's going to take a Teo fight, I think he should, you know, it'd be smart to do a tune-up. What's the name that you mentioned he might fight?
Adrian Broner is a possibility. Oscar Duarte is a possibility. O'Hara Davis for the vacant WBA is a possibility. And even Montana Love is a possibility. Now, Montana's the only possibility that hasn't been mentioned by Oscar De La Hoya.
Okay. Because I was, who do you think is poses a bigger threat to him, Montana Love or
Ryan's the
What's that other name
favorite.
that you said?
Ryan's the favorite in all those fights except the Tio fight, in my opinion. All
Yeah,
those
that's
fights.
true.
I would agree.
Yeah, I mean, he should definitely go after the WBA. I mean, that'll probably set him up for in a good position to make a big fight happen.
90 seconds.
That'd be cool. But other than that, man, great show. I'm excited for that Canelo Charlo this weekend. Some good fights. I'm actually I'm pumped about the rematch with Zhang and Joyce.
Yep.
So I'll be on the lookout for that. Who you guys got in the rematch?
Betting show.
Yeah, you gotta tune in, champ.
All right. Y'all have a good day then. Shout out TBV.
Appreciate you. See who else we got.
60 seconds.
We got Really Rock. Gotta unmute, champ, on Twitter. What up? Damn, on Twitter. Hold on. I got a counter punch. My bad, champ. You know the rules. Counter punch, cuts the line. I do apologize. JT, what up?
Yeah, that's messed up. You ain't want to read it, Ness. But to answer Brandon from Houston question about flat-footed, Teofimo is definitely not flat-footed at all. But the difference between Teo and also somebody like Shakur, they can fight flat. But I don't think their feet are fully flat at one time. I think they have 1 foot arched either in the front or in the back with Shakur and Teo because they could shift to moving on their feet quick. Your flat-footed fighters are your guys like AKA Canelo. That's why when Lara was moving on Canelo or Flora gave him trouble, Canelo's so flat-footed he can't make the adjustments to shift back in certain situations when he fully commit. Same thing with Caleb Plant. When Caleb Plant was boxing on Canelo, Canelo just committed to a lot of stuff and he couldn't shift back. So Brandon, I text Ness that he didn't want to respond to it, but your flat-footed fighters are AKA Canelo. You got a Triple G. What's crazy, Triple G a little more on his feet more than Canelo. But that's your flat-footed type fighter. I heard somebody say Brandon Rios definitely flat-footed. Can you hear me, Ness?
We hear
Yo.
you.
We hear you.
Okay. I just want to make sure to clear it up. But Tio is definitely not flat-footed because he can shift in and out quickly on his toes, tough feet. And I mean, when you can move on your feet, you got good feet. You know how to go flat and you know how to go back on your toes and shift around. But that's what I wanted to clear up with Brandon on the one that called. That's your flat-footed fighters. The face of boxing is Canelo, very flat-footed. All right, that's my counter punch.
Yo, did you say Danny Garcia?
Oh, I didn't say Danny.
Oh, okay.
But that was crazy. Danny is flat-footed, but he has better feet. If you notice, when he fought, what's the dude that got shot in the leg?
Granados. Oh, Jose
Benavidez Jr.
Benavidez, he used more of his feet. Danny fights flat-footed. That's why I think he has good balance, and it's hard to knock him out. He takes his shots well, but even Danny fights flat-footed, but I think he can use his feet as well. But he fights mostly flat. But Danny's not flatter than Canelo. That's my counterpunch.
All
right. Rock. Really Rock. What up? Really Rock. Gotta unmute though. Really Rock. Really Rock. Okay, champ. Okay, we was trying to get to you. Chrome and his.
Who we got, champ?
We rocking with Chrome, letting them connect. Smash
Make
that
sure to
thumbs up right
unmute.
over here on YouTube. It's going to help with the visibility. Plus, you're doing us a disservice because there's like 600 people watching and not even 300 thumbs up.
Feel like it's
Sad.
your time, but it's not your time.
Sad. Same thing on Twitter. Where's the retweets? Come on. Can we become the biggest space on Twitter or X, whatever? Danny. Movie time with TBV. Recommendation time. You got to see that movie. What's his name? What's that Mexican's name that's one of the most famous actors right now? Not George Lopez. The
Mexican?
other chubby one. He did the cop movie with Jake Gyllenhaal. I need his name to find a new movie he just did. Amazing. Amazing. I mean, amazing. Every
Which one?
Mexican should watch that fucking movie. Every immigrant should watch that movie, okay? Doesn't matter what nationality you are. If you're an immigrant, watch that fucking movie. You don't know his name yet?
Nah, I don't know what you talking about.
In the chat, he was a cop with Jake Gyllenhaal, remember?
Right. No, yeah, he was filming. Like, he was filming there.
What? He was the cop with Gyllenhaal, bro. Mike Peña.
Right.
Salute to the...
Wasn't the whole movie of the Mexican cop
was it body cam?
filming? No, it was like for a school project or some shit.
Huh?
Yeah, the cop was like going to college and he just carried a camcorder. Jake Gyllenhaal, right? The white boy with the colored eyes and shit.
I think you got a whole nother movie. I'm talking about when the
Final Watch, ain't it called? Not Open Watch, Final Watch.
Yeah, something like that. It was a school project?
Yeah. You pay hell of a End of Watch. End of Watch.
Mike Peña had the best movie he's ever done.
Yeah. Michael Peña and Jake
They gotta
Gyllenhaal,
get his man. They gotta get his man. He deserves at least a nomination for something for this movie, bro. He fucking nailed this shit. He nailed this shit. Mike Peña was born and raised in Chicago?
Oh, shit.
That's fire. His mom was a social worker. And she worked out of a button factory? Shout out to her, hustling. Bro, let me find this movie so I could give you a quick synopsis.
It was... Bro, y'all need to go back watch the movie. He was literally filming his activities.
All you gotta do is go on IMDb and it'll give you the synopsis. Holmes,
you right.
You in a danger zone.
You right. So, IMDb says, like, what do I read?
Synopsis. Okay, the movie is called Million Miles Away. I'm sorry. We got to talk about this. I know this is a boxing show. This shit was insane.
Bro, ain't that what Untitled
That shit broke my fucking heart. This man had me crying all night last night. All night. He's a good actor, bro. Bro, is this shit a real story? Because that would even be better. Please tell me this is a biopic means it's a true story, right? Absolutely. It has to be. It has to be. Danny, this guy should be like a Mexican fucking... Bro. Again, I don't want to say too much. Maybe I should take a call and do I'm going to take a call and do a quick Google before I say the wrong thing here. Nike, what up? Because, damn, Nike fell off. Fuck. All right. We got... Chrome, you never said anything. Did he say anything?
Never heard him.
That means you're not connected, bro. The movie I'm talking about is Million Miles Away. It just came out. It's out. Oh, it is. Perfect. Now I can say it. It's based on a true story. Danny. This dude went to the moon.
Oh, yeah. He tried 10 times, got denied, and got accepted
11 times he failed.
Oh, shit.
Bro, actually, you right. It was 10, and on the 11th, his wife, salute to his wife, who also made me cry, because that's what you need. A fucking backbone, real woman, bro. So his wife, let me just say this. His wife, after 10 failures, his wife said, listen, I had an idea. Don't fucking mail the next application. Take that. You feel me? She been wanting her own restaurant all this time. This motherfucker popping out babies left and right. She stuck being a home wife, and she's still pushing for that man's dreams. This movie was fucking phenomenal. And it's like I said, for it to be a real movie, like, you got to tell your kids and your family about this shit. Like, that dude, he should be talked about in Mexican history. Like, come on, an astronaut? First of all, his family... They came here legally somehow. His whole family. And they was like fucking There was like Jose Ramirez, man. There was fucking like field pickers and shit going around from field to field. The kid that actually became a astronaut, Danny, every year he was in another school because his father had to go to different farms to fucking pick fruit. And he had to pick fruit before school. And somehow this motherfucker stuck to that dream and became probably the first. They should have made that clear whether or not he was the first Latino ever. But fuck that.
Pretty sure that was the point of the movie, him being the first.
My dude, he was whipping up to Nassau in the lowrider. You know what I'm saying? Playing that Mexican shit with the steering wheel with the fucking chain on it. Huh? Nah, y'all gotta watch that fucking movies. For real. That shit.
Yo, you
right
watch
here.
a lot of movies.
Here. That shit right here.
You ever seen the
that
movie?
was like the Immigrant Olympics and Championship. That shit was insane, man. Congratulations to that man, Jose Hernandez.
You ever seen The Blind Side?
Yeah. With Megan? Whatever her name is, the white lady? That she was the quarterback. I mean, the mom, like the head coach or some shit.
She was the mom.
Bro, why they stole that story? Why she stole? You know she's being sued. I can't believe that, bro. I can't. All these years later, they never even adopted that boy. That damn. God is gonna punish them.
Biopics get ya.
Yo,
these biopics get ya.
Yo,
that's all I'm saying.
But no, God got people like that.
No, bro.
They made him into a business and never gave him a cut, bro. I hope. You know, because he's suing. I hope he gets everything and they get jail time. That shit was disgusting what they did. They never adopted him, bro. Fucking made a movie like that selling a lie. Yeah, he was from Stockton, bro. I thought of Gabriel Flores, bro. That shit was amazing to me, bro. That shit was amazing. Like, I'm like, yo, this motherfucker really... And right before he went to the, flew into space, like one of his mentors died, and they blasted off and didn't even make it. You know what I'm saying? So right there, he could have got cold feet, and then they offered him the position, and he goes to see his wife in the astronaut suit, but he's like, babe, but I told him I had to ask my wife, but he's wearing a suit. Watch the movie, you fuckers. Who we got? That's a great movie. I ain't fronting. Chrome, right back at you.
Yo, come right back to me.
Man,
damn.
what
the? Toronto, Ryan, what up?
But yeah, I brought up that movie to say, like,
yo, this girl was great too. Look at this. This was his wife. She was great. That was his wife right there. Bro, this was the worst scene, right? Because he's like, yo, what's a brother got to do to get a day alone with you? The next scene is the fucking wedding. Bro, because the father... Oh, you bet you did. Go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead. Yo, y'all got to watch that movie. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yo, man, like, I agree with you guys. Ryan Garcia got to get back on his shit. Tank, we don't even know who Tank's gonna fight next, so that Tank versus Ryan fight might come sooner than we think. And them niggas might kick off 2024 as another year, a great year in boxing. So I'm happy Ryan's back. I want to see how he is with Derek James, and he's good for boxing, man. He brings eyeballs, so anytime anybody can bring eyeballs to the sport, that's good. That's my call, fellas.
Appreciate you, man. Yo, shout out to whoever said that. I'm sorry. I seen it, but I didn't see the name. He said that the teacher part was fire too, because it was, bro. Because the teacher, she has this scene where she's like, yo, what do you want to be when you grow up? And everybody got to write it down and shit. Right. So he draws a rocket ship, and like he wants to be an astronaut. And she told him
they laugh at him.
Well, I don't remember if they laughed at him. I know she told him, you feel me? You got one of the greatest minds I've ever seen, yada, yada, don't ever quit or some shit. And yo, he fucking did it. Oh, he said bootleg. Hey, Mac Banks, I see you, Mac Banks. For the last 2 days, I'ma say, you've been pretty negative. And I see now you even negative on the movie. So it's just you. It's all right. Listen, listen, you might need to go outside right now and just absorb some sunlight. Just stand in the sun and just breathe in some air and understand that this day is a blessing.
Mm.
You know, you shouldn't be so negative. No. No.
Word.
Alex, what's up? It's fight week.
Good morning, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
We
Yes,
hear you. We
sir.
hear you.
Sure is. I seen they added another fight to this Saturday card, man, kind of bad. So we'll see what kind of buzz that brings. In regards to the topic, so is Ryan Garcia? Sorry, I haven't been able to tune into the show, but has his next opponent been locked down? This Oscar Duarte?
No, it could be Duarte, it could be Broner, it could be O'Hara Davies as of the November fight.
Right, right. Well, let me ask, from your, who do you believe out of those three most likely it'll be? And I'm assuming you want Bronner the most, right?
I would definitely want Broner, but it can't be next because they announced his fight unless he's pulling out of this another, wipe.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Okay.
Um,
So, but
so for Oscar De La Hoya, I believe he wants Duarte. Duarte has one loss. He looks the part. It'll be the battle of two good-looking guys. See who brings the most girls. But Duarte obviously lost. Obviously is not as skilled as Ryan,
You
but
may
but's a
feel like it's your
puncher
time,
though. Um,
right,
but it's
right.
not your time.
so that's a decent fight in house. So for Oscar De La Hoya, he probably wants that like a motherfucker. For the boxing fans and what's best for Ryan, my opinion would be Broner. It would keep him on that big level. It would allow him to go right back on pay per view and show what he can do alone as an A side, and you know, it would be great. And then the last option is obviously the one that's probably the most realistic, which is O'Hara Davies and Ryan for the vacant, so that he could unify with Tio in February. Um, I'm just least excited for that one. You know, I've watched a couple of O'Hara. He used to live here in Vegas. He had
He
more hype.
did.
He had more hype 5 years ago for going at Floyd than he does now. I mean, he fought Taylor and lost, and no one even talks about it. You know, he needs this fight more than Ryan.
But O'Hara, it's just rumors, or are they going to order him versus Borrasso if Rolly is unable to participate in the title
Bro,
defense?
I've seen everything. I've seen that, if Rolly
Right.
can't produce the documents necessary to prove the injury, that it could be O'Hara and Barroso. But I've seen that it could be also Ryan, because I think Ryan's like number one somehow, right? Let me double check.
Right, right. Okay. I mean, listen, I think Duarte would be tailor made for him, and I think it'll probably end in a knockout, one way or the other, right? Duarte does come to fight. He's, defense isn't his strongest suit, but he's gonna come. He's gonna try to, for lack of a better term, bang you out. So yeah, I mean, I'd be cool with that. But him to fight Teofimo, I mean, that's a really tall task. Just that'll be one fight. Sorry for the background noise. That'd be just one fight with a new trainer, and that'll be one of the top guys maybe in all of the sport. You would say at least top 15. I mean, you can kind of see it being a cash out or trying to make the most of his opportunity. But if I'm Tio, man, I'm trying to make that fight 1,000%. So I mean, I think it'll be good for boxing. But yeah, I would look at it as Ryan just trying to cash out and probably having the wrong people put him in that position because he can be here for a longer time and still be a champ and built up and learn everything needs to be to possibly the elite fighter. He has elite hand speed. He has elite speed. Power. So definitely, I would want to cultivate that instead of just trying to throw it out there with Tio, with being a new trainer and all that, man. But that's all I got. Appreciate the time.
Boxing Patron. I wish we still did interviews. I would use Tito El Bambino. He says Patron a lot.
You got me?
Got you.
Yo.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, man, I think Ryan's about to. I always like Ryan, man. I think Ryan has the goods, man, everywhere. A lot of people talk shit about him, but man, I think he in the Tank fight, he just ran into a great fighter, man. Tank's that great. I think Tank's gonna make anybody look bad. So I don't think anybody should just judge him based on on, on that loss. This is boxing, man. People are gonna lose. It's gonna happen sooner or later. So I think the TO fight is perfect for him. It'll be a great fight. Oh man, I think that's an awesome fight. sell a lot of pay-per-views, man. But yeah, Ryan's still alive, man. He's there. He's gonna give back. And on a side note, man, with that movie, I just seen that shit like 2 nights ago. And man, one of the best parts I've ever seen in a movie was remember when he showed his kids his hands. He's like, "Show me your hands," and they had those picker's hands.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah, with all
it'll always be your past, but it won't be your future.
yeah.
I was like, dude, that was fire, bro. That was a great movie, man. Great movie.
Yeah.
That's it, man. That's my call. Thank you.
All right. Nah, it was an amazing movie, and that part was crazy, bro, because it was a painful moment for his family and a big decision that he had to make, you know, to walk away from that job because the teacher had told
Stop
him,
telling the movie, yo. Like now, I don't even want to go watch it.
"No, you have to. You're Mexican and from Chicago."
I mean, shit, not really.
Jesus, get your life together.
Look, I just gave you an
How dare
example
you?
of a
You need to
biopic that
know.
fooled all of us.
You need
That's
to
all.
know about it so you can tell your children about Jose Hernandez and let them know that listen, mijo, you can be
You can hear me?
anything. What's up?
Why the fuck I gotta sound like that?
Cause y'all Mexican.
Yeah, we what?
Mexican.
Mexican. Oh shit!
You all right?
I was trying to get this fly or mosquito that's in this bitch. We trying to get, man. That's the issues we're having a smoking area. What up, champ? Though we waiting on you, Chrome.
Yeah, man. My fault. I had to get out the hangar, man. It was too loud in there. How y'all boys doing today, man?
Oh shit, what you from New Orleans?
I ain't hear you. You were breaking up.
Are you from New Orleans?
No, I ain't from. I'm from Savannah. I'm from Georgia. Everybody always say that.
Oh damn, yeah,
That's crazy.
I thought that was a New Orleans accent for sure.
Nah. This is a Georgia accent from Savannah. Everybody say we sound like we from New Orleans though, but nah, I'm from Savannah. I was calling them about the Ryan and T.O. if it do happen or whatever. If it do happen, man, somehow I start leaning towards Ryan because T.O. kind of too wild, and I feel like with Ryan quickness, I feel like he can put him down once or twice, not knock him out, but I think T.O. might touch that canvas once or twice, and Ryan might end up winning because he touched that canvas. I'm talking about canvas or whatever. But and you know what else I wanted to call? I've been watching the show last night and I called in, but I had to hang up because my bad ass son. You had some crazy UFC fan talking about UFC fighters make more than boxers or something dumb like that. And I was like, man, that was the craziest thing I ever heard. Why you think all the UFC fighters calling out boxers? Because they ain't getting paid. And he bring up Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor made so much in the Mayweather fight, he wanted to retire, so they gave him some type of ridiculous contract that nobody else got. Ain't nobody getting paid like Conor. But yeah, that's what I was really calling in about that day, man. Have a good show, man. Sooner than let me go ahead and get back to inspecting these parts.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
All right, man. Have a good one.
You
too,
too.
champ.
Looks like we got Treese in Toledo. Remember,
Yo,
we on Discord and Twitter Spaces.
Stop with it.
what up, though? What up, though?
What up?
Hey, I just wanted to call in and say, man, Ryan, I'm not fucking with Tio, bro. That's a no go. I don't really. I think they just set him up. That's a cash grab. But I'm gonna say it again. Tio, Bud, man, that's the one, bro. That's the fight for you, bro. That's what you need to do, man. I feel like it's a lot of people starting to lose interest in Bud versus a Canelo. Like I really need Charlo to win that fight. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not all that interested in Bud and Canelo. I'm interested as a person to watch it as a boxing fan. Like to me, that's legendary shit, of course. But I'm talking about like in the grand scheme of things, like I'm talking about like with excitement for the fight, with the build up of the fight. I need Charlo to win that fucking fight, bro. I need Charlo to win that fight. It's him and Bud. That's the play. And if not, T.O., man, go ahead and try to go up, bro, and invoke your championship status, bro. Shit, ask for that fight, bro. Real legend shit. You've been on it. You 2-time lineal. This wouldn't that make that would he would definitely get a lineal belt beating Bud. Am I not crazy off that shit, right?
Of course.
For sure. You see me? That's to me. That's ultimate shit. Besides, if you can't be undisputed, nigga, that makes you the ultimate scalp hunter. Feel me? You got lead. You done took Loma. You done took Loma down. Then you take Josh Taylor. And then you feel me? Of course I'm gonna rock with Bud, but I'm just saying if you could get Bud out of there, that resume look damn near untouchable, my guy. They had to get your own wing in the Hall of Fame type. You insane. You feel me? Am I crazy though? You fuck around, get your own wing in the Hall of Fame off resume like that.
I mean, yeah, if you beat Bud, hell yeah. And then you already had them other wins, I mean, shit. You definitely
Feel me?
gonna be one of them dudes.
For sure. And I'm just saying with Bud, and I know we be talking that green for shit. I know I don't like to speak on that shit, but it is something to think about. You feel me? That fight in Vegas or that fight in New York or something like that, man. So
Yeah, I mean that
I
fight
definitely
just ain't gonna make the money that Bud looking for, man. And you know, Oscar could be doing a 52. You know, he could be talking to Tio for a vacant title 147-pound fight with Alexis Rocha if Bud vacates,
I would.
because the convention is happening like in 3 weeks, and that's where they gonna decide what Bud gonna do. But they probably, since they made 2 super champions this year, they probably gonna make another super champion at the convention and just make Bud super champion so he could do undisputed again. Because super champion means you ain't got to defend.
And that's what you telling me that they was gonna be doing for Navarrete, correct?
No, they did for Navarrete.
What they did for Navarrete.
It's over. They
Okay,
did it for
okay,
Navarrete
okay.
and they did it for Tio, which is crazy. You know,
Okay.
Oscar. It's funny. I watched that interview, that same interview that Marcos did with Oscar about Ryan. It talks about the belts and Oscar.
You
I
may
think
feel
it
like
does.
it's
I
your
don't know if it's
time,
another interview or not. You know,
but it's not your
maybe my
time.
YouTube
Well,
just went into the next one. But Oscar says that, like, you know, we're in this weird world where you're creating super champions that don't have to defend versus the number one contender. So, like, what are we doing?
yeah, I don't like it, man. But y'all know what the fuck going on. October 7th, Albert Bell, Glass City Center here in the city, Toledo, Ohio. Y'all know what the fuck going on. Be cool, man.
Be cool.
Average boxing fan, $2. Spence is the definition of flat-footed. We got $2 from Boxing Patron, which we said. He said Jose M. Hernandez from Stockton, 209. And we got keep it moving, $2. Ness. Danny,
cause you Mexican. Crying, laughing face. Stop spoiling it, Ness.
hey,
Shut
man,
up.
a lot of y'all didn't even know about that movie till I told you, man. So salute to me for putting y'all on what is now going to be considered Mexican history until they say that it was
gotta
fake,
go
because
watch.
Danny says that biopics are fake. So
No. I ain't saying biopics are fake. I just said that we saw in The Blind Side. It ain't always what they sell to us.
nah, for sure. I
That's
hope
all. Like they
this
just dropped
story's
one.
true.
They just dropped one on like the Mexican guy that worked at the Frito Lay company as a janitor. He's the one came up with Flamin' Hot.
And they give him credit or no?
Yeah.
All right, well, that's great. Is that fake?
I don't know. We're gonna find out 20 years from now, just like we
Bro.
did with The Blind
And,
Side.
and bro made his wife's dream country. He got her the restaurant too. Yeah, nah. Fire. Yo, you gotta see that. Put your mom on it. You should be texting your mom like, Mommy, el amigo mío. You know that's how y'all talk. Why
ain't
y'all
how I
sing
talk.
everything? Why y'all sing everything?
He said, "Why y'all sing everything?"
And y'all do. Compa.
Nah, that ain't us, bro. That's certain parts of Mexico.
Michoacán. Y'all don't just be like Michoacán. Michoacán. Compa. Frijoles. It's like, whoa, bro, y'all motherfuckers love singing. Damn, we out of callers. Next GTO.
Ring Walk Danny, the boxing voice, you motherfuckers. Catch us on the next one. We out.
Peace.